matters is insane. Why you still live in vain? I'm not the one, you're the victim of your own mistakes. It's time to hear the lights under the street lights, under the street lights. Untold stories, they were left behind.
Jimmy, we're looking ahead to the final on Saturday here at Jackman Park. How exciting is it to be involved in a Junior Cup final?
Yeah, really exciting. You know, this is where we want to be. This is where the players want to be. This stage of the season, and no better than an FAI Junior Cup Final. You know.
It's been a big year for yourself, and this sort of caps off what a year it's been. You've been involved with the Irish Amateur International side as well. 8 games winning streak as well. What's it been like to be involved with that?
Yeah, brilliant. No better feeling than representing your country, you know. Out in Bulgaria we had a great qualifying campaign, won 3 games, didn't concede any goal, you know. So really good, and we've the finals to look forward to in the summer, you know. So as I say, there's no better feeling than putting on that green jersey. So yeah, we've lots to look forward to, you know.
Absolutely, and also, you know, it's a different experience playing these type of teams. Have you been able to learn more about the game and maybe feel like you've even improved a little bit?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. To be honest, now it's kind of a different game out in Europe, you know. Players are different. They're a lot better, but you know, European players are more cynical, and just be careful with referees. Referees are really strict, you know, with yellow cards, red cards, all that kind of thing. But you learn a hell of a lot out there, but which is good, you know. You can bring it back to your own game here in Ireland as well.
The competition of the squad, it mainly comes from the intermediate side of the competitions. Obviously, you're playing in the junior side of the competition. How pleased are you that you continue to be able to impress manager Jerry Davis and continue to be selected?
Yeah, that's it, you know. The intermediate leagues are very strong. But look, I'm lucky. I'm at a great club in St Michael's who are strong, and they're always battling in the later stage of the competition. So you know, that helps too, you know, because he's obviously looking at those matches, you know, which is good. So yeah, you just have to, you know, keep going and keep up the standards.
Mic on it ready.
Just over there we can see Owen Hayes.
You keep that on because John's going to radio you when we're to start talking.
International teammate. Have you been able to tell your teammates anything in particular about him, maybe to watch out for him?
Yeah, of course. Like, you know, I'm playing with him now, I think, since 2015. You know, so we know each other really well. He's a really sound lad. We get on really well when we go away on trips and stuff. But yeah, look, I'll try and tell the lads, but you know, Owen's a really good player, and we'll have to be doing really well to keep him quiet today, you know.
Well, outside of Owen, I'm probably expecting a strong outfit from Newmarket Celtic. It's going to be a tough game on Saturday.
Yeah, without a doubt. Look, it's going to be a massive ask for us. They're in the Munster Junior Cup Final. Obviously, the FAI Junior Cup Final, they're flying high and clear. We're under no illusions, you know. It's going to be massive for us, and it's a big ask for us, but look, we'll give it our best shot.
Well, good luck on Saturday, Jimmy.
Thanks a million.
Owen, we're here at Jackman Park at the Junior Cup Final on Saturday. It must be really exciting occasion for you part of.
Yeah, it is. It's exciting. Obviously, I've never been a part of an FAI Junior Cup Final before, so it's new. Look, I've played in lots of big games down through the years. But this is absolutely one of the most special moments, and I can't wait for it. The village that I'm from, Newmarket on Fergus, would be, I suppose, very well known in soccer circles, but we've never been to an FAI Junior Cup Final, albeit knocked on the door. And many years we were beaten in a extra time. I remember in a semi-final against Pike Rovers before, and I suppose that would be something that we'd always look back on with kind of a bit of a regret, and we're looking to get back there. And thankfully we're back, and we've kind of righted the wrongs of that semi-final. But I suppose it's not really about that. It's about creating our own journey this time with a new squad, you know. So we really are excited and looking forward to it.
You know, it must mean something really, really important to you.
Yeah, it does. Like, I mean, this is my childhood club. I was even just thinking about what it means. You know, sometimes I'd just be often just thinking about, you know, about various different things. And I remember, like, when I was younger, like walking up in my housing estate up to the top of the road to the youths manager, who was the under-18 manager at the time, and helping him out, like when I was only about 4 or 5, bringing the jerseys, handing them out to people. And I suppose that's kind of where it all started for me. Obviously, I've played with the club all my life, and you know, it's been a massive journey. Like when my dad played actually here in Jackman Park in the Munster Junior Final in 1985, and I think he got to an FAI quarter-final or semi-final. So our club has a very good tradition. So for us to get back to kind of those days is massive, and it's a huge family occasion. Like, my brother's in the squad, my sister is the secretary of the club, my mum and dad are like honorary members or lifetime members of the club, so it means everything. And you know, even like my mum and dad are not able to watch matches. They have to go for a walk during the matches because, you know, generally they're so tense. And you know, when I meet them after and see tears in their eyes because we've achieved so much, it just means the world to me, you know.
Well, it encapsulates what's been a big year for you as well, because obviously you're part of the Irish international setup. 8-game winning streak at the moment. It's been incredible, hasn't it? Yeah,
it has. And there's no doubt that it's taken my game to a different level as being part of the international setup. The games are just so unbelievably tense, and the work that Jerry, Chris and the lads are doing is absolutely brilliant, and it's helped me no end. I remember, I think it was 2016 that I first became involved, and we went off to Italy, then we've been to Turkey, we've been to Bulgaria just recently, and obviously Spain now during the summer. Obviously we have to look after the domestic side and stuff like that, and you know, Jimmy is obviously thinking.
tides are high, you can't keep pushing, it's getting harder to breathe when the people crowd around your space.
I'll have to apologise for the language anyway.
Jesus Christ, I was just thinking that, yeah.
We've already moved on a group of them because we could hear them saying they were going to let off flares as soon as the plane come up. And we didn't want to come up board the cameras.
Oh,
So Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are very welcome here to Jackman Park in Limerick for the 2023 FAI Junior Cup Final. My name is Adam Doyle, and I am joined today by Irish amateur manager Jerry Davis. Hello, Jerry.
Hey, Adam, are you well?
You're very welcome.
Good.
We won't hang around too much here. We'll get straight into the team lineups as the teams are getting ready to come out. So we'll go with St. Michael's first. So number 1, Adrian Walsh. Number 2, Sean Murphy. Number 3, Donna Hickey. Number 4, Dennis John Cremens. Number 5, Paul Breen. Number 6, Joseph Mulcahy. Number 7, Jimmy Carr. Number 8, Colin Bargary. Number 9, David Slattery. Number 10, Edmund O'Dwyer. And number 11, Russell Quirk. Substitutes for St. Michael's are Christopher Higgins, Adam McGrath, Shane Ryan, Ashley Kelleher, Reese Bryan, William O'Dwyer and Robert McGrath, and their manager is John Cremens. And the team for Newmarket Celtic, number 1, Shane Cusick. Number 2, David O'Grady. Number 3, Conor McGuade. Number 4, Harvey Cullinan. Number 5, Ethan Fitzgerald. Number 6, Jack Kelly. Number 7, Kevin Hartnett. Number 8, Gerard O'Brien. Number 9, David Leahy. Number 10, Owen Hayes. Number 11, David McCarthy. And substitutes are number 12, Rona McCormack. 13, David Lennon. Stephen Kelly. Owen Kelly, Ewan Doherty, Gary Higgins, Dermot Cannon, Cathal Hayes and Darren Cullinan, and they're managed by Paddy Purcell. Referee today is Aileen Situ. Assistant referees are John Hannay, Paul Shelley and fourth official John Thornton. A great atmosphere here, Jerry.
Yeah, brilliant atmosphere.
In front of us.
Brilliant atmosphere in front of us. Yeah, it's a great setting as well. The pitch looks lovely, you know. And good crowd as well, so it's an ideal occasion for the Junior Cup Final.
Yeah, and Newmarket Celtic in their first ever FAI Junior Cup, so maybe a little bit bigger of an occasion for them. How do you think, maybe you've seen it in the past yourself, how could that affect the players on the day?
Yeah, a lot of young players in it. You know, they've had a transition period over the last few years with a lot of older players sort of going away from the club, a lot of new players coming through. You know, you have Michaels who are a little bit more experienced maybe in Junior Cup finals and all this, but Newmarket, I mean, they're about. They've been in Munster semi-finals and Munster finals and all this, you know, so look, you're always going to have this. You get to a first one and all this, so I don't think there'll be any issue with them.
No problem. We'll be back in just a quick second. We're just going to pause here for the anthems here at Jackman Park. Amateur football, do you know what I mean?
Oh, it is, and in fairness, like Michael Regan and the rest of the Limited League done a great job here. The pitch looks excellent. And another shout out to the referee and the referee Alan Situ today. He's a really good referee from the AUL in Dublin. I've seen him a few times and he's excellent, I have to say. So I don't think there's been any issue there. And the officials with him. So, you know, looking forward to a really good game.
Yeah. Perfect conditions if there is, I suppose, a thread of rain they're given. But look, I don't think it could be rain, hail or snow here. It's not going to affect those players. They're here for one job and one job only.
Yeah, I mean, like the pitch looks excellent. You know, a little drop of rain will just make it a little bit slicker. You know,
Yeah,
it's,
exactly. It'll only add to the quality, I suppose,
Yeah.
of the football. And I suppose just from your own point of view, being the Irish amateur managers are heading away soon, isn't that right for a competition?
We're flying away in the morning actually for to Spain for a friendly on Tuesday. Training at Atletico Bilbao's training grounds, and then playing the Basque region on Tuesday night and back on Wednesday. But then we have the actual UEFA Regions finals in early June in Spain, in northern Spain. So really looking forward to that.
Very best of luck. Looks like we're ready to go here. It is going to be Newmarket who are going to get us underway, shooting from left to right in that red and white strip. And St. Michael's in their green and white. And straight away we are underway, and Newmarket look to get into the opposition's half very, very quick. And looking at that direct ball, and straight away they have Michael's pinned into their own corner. Throw in to come from Michael's. They'll look to work it up the line. Long ball down and dealt with very well by Ethan Fitzgerald. Crowd are well up for this and players are well up. It might take a few minutes to settle into a game, and it could be some lovely football down the right hand side. Newmarket getting Owen Hayes into the game nice and early. They'll be looking for him to lead from the front. Long ball played down. Great header there from Darrell Lee. Done well to get up and win it. He was against Paul Breen, who you've mentioned has been there and a good servant at the back for Michaels for a long time now.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, and he's a dominant force there at the back. I know he's you know in his twilight of his career as such, but he's still a really good player and a real threat off set piece in the opposition's box as well, which will obviously Michaels be looking to use.
Yeah. Just having someone like that at the heart of your defence really makes a difference, I suppose. It's the exact type of player that you want there on a big game like this.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's very experienced. I mean, he won the Regionals Cup. He's a lot of caps. He's been in a lot of Junior Cup finals and Munster Junior finals. So like, he knows his way around, you know. And then when you look up and see him there, you know, you don't tend to play long balls into him.
Yeah. Pressure coming from St. Michael's there. They're looking to get on the ball quick. It's going to be the first free kick of the way there. Free kick given for the tackle on Jack Kelly. So potentially the first opportunity here for Newmarket maybe to have a look and see how to push some players forward and put that ball in the box early and test what Michaels have in their defence. It does look like that's what's going to happen. We can see now the Newmarket players. You can see Harvey Cullinan and his fellow centre-back Ethan Fitzgerald gone up for opportunity now to get that ball in the box for the first time. It is a good deep delivery towards the back post. And it is that man that we did talk about in there, number 5, Paul Breen, who got in there and seemed to get a head for it. I think it did go for a corner kick. So another opportunity here now for Newmarket to build on what's been a good start for both sides.
Yeah, it has been actually, yeah. Nice frenetic start to it. Newmarket an opportunity to get a ball into the box now.
And whatever wind is there is blowing straight into that Michael's box. So an in-swinging corner will test them, but it looks like it's going to be number 11, David McCarthy, who's gone over for this one. Signal comes, right-footed out-swinging delivery. Good ball. Paul Breen up with a great header. Falls to... Good block at the back post here. Michaels will look to get away through Russell Quirk. He gives away a throw-in over on that far side. Newmarket with some nice early pressure here, looking to build on it. Short throw. Good feed from Garrod O'Brien. He's after winning the side, another corner kick. So a lot of early pressure here, Jerry, coming from Newmarket. It's the exact start that they would have been looking for.
Yeah, they would have been, yeah. I mean, they played it forward from the kick-off, so you can see their intentions to play in St. Michael's half early doors, you know. And this is their second corner now, so it's interesting to see what they make of this one.
This time it will be the talk about right foot and in swinger, but they look to work work it short. Opportunity still there. In swinging ball. Oh, that's a good header clear. I think there's going to be a free out there just for the high foot. But some good defending there from Michaels, and they'll welcome that free out now. Just an opportunity to reset themselves, and an opportunity maybe to build an attack for themselves. Dennis John Crebbins goes long, but that one is just a little bit too long for his own players, and it's dealt with quite easy by the defence of Newmarket. But Michaels have it back. That one is going to go out. If it does go out over the line, I think it's going to be a throw into Michaels. So David O'Grady goes back to his goalkeeper, Shane Cusick, gets a good clearance. Darrell Leahy was able to get a nod on there from the header, but unfortunately for him, it did go out over the line. It'll be a throw in here to Michaels. Really good work in there by Jack Kelly. David McCarthy looks for that ball over the top towards Owen Hayes. And goalkeeper Adrian Walsh is out quick off his line to clean that one up. Newmarket have really come out of the traps here quick, Jerry. They're well up for this, and look, it's what you expect, I suppose. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, they've had a huge build up to this, no doubt. You know, and it's a nervous tension when you get out and play. But I mean, you get straight into it then, and you know. Yeah, you're sort of looking. But it'll take the game 10 or 15 minutes to settle down into patterns. You know, when the rhythm, then you'll. The
ever dangerous Jimmy Carr, who done so well away to Gorey Rangers from Wexford in the semi-final. He won his team a penalty that day that really changed the game. And myself and you talked about it before the game. It was the smartness of look. It was a challenge that was a penalty, but you have the whereabouts, I suppose, to know what's coming as well.
Yeah, and to be fair, Jimmy on the day was struggling with a hamstring injury, which makes it all even more important in terms of what he brought that day, even to the team. You know.
Paul Breen spread this one out wide. He was trying to go all the way out to Russell Quirk, but a bit of a wind starting to pick up here. So, and as I said, any sort of wind that is there is definitely favouring Newmarket. So, I suppose it'll be up to St. Michael's to try to keep the ball on the deck and work it through the lines. But at the moment, Newmarket a lot let them do, and every time there's a ball there, they're in their face. That is a good ball over the top this time. Looking for David Slattery to get on the end of it. Over the sideline, it will be a throw in the Newmarket half. An opportunity here now maybe for St. Michael's for their first real attack of the game. Throw straight to the feet. At the feet of Russell Quirk, does well to get down the right hand side, whips it in. It's a really good header by Ethan Fitzgerald to try to take the pressure, but danger not completely gone. This time maybe Newmarket will be able to come away with it. Good composure by McCarthy just to find his left back. Gets the head up, looks to go down that left hand side. But it is really good work from Russell Quirk over on the far side just to stop it up a little bit. This time goes long towards Leahy again. This time Owen Hayes just wasn't up high enough just to help him out. Good work from Leahy, this one. It's a couple of times now St. Michael's are trying to maybe go for that diagonal ball across, and it's just been a little bit too heavy at times.
Yeah, that's the second time, you know, probably trying to get Jimmy Carr in this side.
Yeah, it'll be for St. Michael's, I suppose. I'm not saying look for Michael's to win then either, but anytime Michael's play well, he's at the forefront, isn't he? Jimmy Carr plays well.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Throw in here now to St. Michael's down the left-hand side. Ball into the feet of Carr. Does well to keep it in. Danger not gone, but that one is just hooked clear now. And that one is going to be a throw to St. Michael's. Darrell Leahy was appealing for that one, but it definitely did come off, and it will be a throw. The throw will be taken by Hickey. Does really well to find the feet of Edmund O'Dwyer. Knocked over the line, and Michael's just working their way down this wing. Great turn by O'Dwyer in the box. Looks to get it in, but it's a good block from David O'Grady. And now it's St. Michael's opportunity for their first corner of the game. Let's see what they have to offer. Newmarket, by the looks of it, not afraid to keep a couple of men up, and I suppose it's a good tactic in a way. It forces, I suppose, the team taking the corner to put 2 or 3 back there to cover it. So
yeah, it's still a numbers game, you know. You still have to cover all the bases, but it'd be interesting to see the delivery from this, how they deal with Paul Breen.
I'm sure it's exactly who he'll have his eye on. Delivery is pinged into the front post, and I think it was Conor McDade there on the front post, had no option but just to put that one behind again for another corner, so you'll get a second chance at it. This time they choose to work it short. Well, Mulcahy loses out here. That one is dinked back in though, so danger not completely gone. That's a really good header there from Jack Kelly just to take the pressure off. Michaels won't be happy with how, I suppose, both bites of the cherry at that one worked out, but as you said, when you have a player with, I suppose, the ability of Paul Breen in there, you want to be giving them that opportunity to get on the end of it.
Yeah, well, early in the game, you probably want to test them to see what how they are across and all this, you know. So that was the ideal time probably to get a decent delivery in and sit and let Paul attack it.
Newmarket get that one clear. A bit of a hairy moment at the back there. I don't think the goalkeeper for Newmarket, Shane Cusick, would be too happy with the centre half putting him under that pressure, but he done really well just to get it clear and brings play just still inside the Newmarket half. Another opportunity for Michaels to build down this right hand side. Again, looking for that ball into Mulcahy. He's going to try to pull the strings in there. That time they were looking to get the ball into Slattery. Danger not gone. Slattery gets up really well, but it's cut out by the right back David O'Grady for Newmarket. Ball to the feet of Hayes. Won again by Kevin Hartnett. And he's fouled, and it's going to be a free for Newmarket. Great crowd here at Jackman Park. Both teams being supported massively. I think if we are to be honest, probably the Michaels fans are a little bit outnumbered by Newmarket. It looks like the whole of Newmarket are here, so
I think the village is empty this morning, I tell you.
Yeah. I'm sure if they win this, it won't be empty for a while. Another opportunity here for Newmarket, quite happy just to build. Jack Kelly this time looking for that diagonal ball across the Owen Hayes. That's good defence there by Donagh Hickey. O'Grady down to Hayes. Does really well to hold it up, flicks it back inside. Mulcahy. Sean Murphy looks to go back inside towards Bargary, but we could see that time just what Darragh Leahy was looking for. He was looking for Hayes to get in behind, but he had other options and he hadn't went in there. But good play again and really, really good pressing coming from Newmarket. Michael's happy to go out from the back this time. Again, looking down that line towards O'Dwyer. In a foot race with Ethan Fitzgerald. It does get there, but that touch is just a little bit heavy and it's just gone out over the end line. It will be a goal kick. But that's some good play that time down the left-hand side. Got him in over the back, and just unfortunately for him, the touch was just that little bit too heavy from O'Dwyer.
He's a good player, O'Dwyer, yeah. Lively he is up front, you know. The teams are matched up. They're about 4-3-3. Yeah. So they're matched up in midfield and all this, you know. So
it should make for a good game.
Yeah, it's sort of settled down now in relation to the frenetic start of it, but you're going to get that.
Free kick given again for Owen Hayes, and he's been everywhere so far.
He has. It's been a really good start from Newmarket. Leahy's done really well, leading the line up there up against Paul Breen, and he's got a lot of knock-ons and all. Has held the ball up and linked the play really well.
Yeah, he's full of energy, in fairness, and they're going to. I suppose they'll hope from their point of view that he'll keep that going. I think.
Yeah, they need that because David McCarthy and Owen Hayes are playing off him, so he needs to be effective in relation to getting that ball and linking those players into it.
It is going to be David McCarthy who's going to take this free kick. St. Michael's setting up shop just on the edge of the box. So there is some space in behind in that box for McCarthy to potentially put that ball into and test out St. Michael's. Delivery towards the back post, a beautiful ball. The header does come. It's hooked away by Donagh Hickey that time. And it's now number 10, Edmund O'Dwyer, just to get out of the way and take the pressure off. He sends it down, looking for the runner, Russell Quirk. But that one could only find that time, I think it was Harvey Cullinan. So a really good ball in the back there, and actually did manage to get a man on it. Unfortunately, I suppose from a Newmarket point of view, they just didn't have anyone on the knock-on.
They all made the same run, unfortunately.
It was really good work again, but now it's Michael's turn. Russell Quirk, but a really good challenge from Ethan Fitzgerald, and he's won his team a free kick. Goalkeeper taking his opportunity. So it will be Shane Cusick. An opportunity to get the Ball back in play. He'll probably go long here. You can see Dara Leahy down there with the hand up, looking for that ball every single occasion. It's a really good kick from the goalkeeper. Leahy looking to get in behind. He wasn't far away, and Adrian Walsh in the goal for St. Michael's had to have his whereabouts there to get out and claim that one. Adrian Walsh going long there. I do apologise if any of the bad language in the crowd is being picked up on the mics, but it's all part of the game now. It's all around every league in the country, isn't it? That same chant, poor goalkeepers.
Oh, it is, unfortunately, yeah.
Michael's looking to go down the left-hand side. That throw in down towards that man again, Jimmy Carr. Does well just to step out of the way and actually let it come off the full back for Newmarket. Going to get Jimmy Carr down the left-hand side. The offside flag comes this time. Jimmy Carr just straight into an offside position, so it'll be another opportunity for Newmarket to potentially go long towards their strikers again. Shane Cusack so far has had some really good deliveries on those long free kicks. Just over the 15-minute mark on here, and both teams now settled in quite well, Jerry.
Yeah, I think so. I think probably, maybe the 15 minutes Newmarket have just shaded the amount of possession and all this, and the action in the final third and all this, but without really creating anything,
Yeah.
The players will find their feet eventually and things to settle down, and they'll get into the game.
Long ball towards Owen Hayes that time. He does well. Get a knock on. He unfortunately can't keep it in. It'll be a throw in over on that far side. I think a lot of the times, I suppose, in the big cup final as well, you're sort of telling your teams get through that first 15 minutes and find your feet.
Yeah, it is. You don't want to make any mistakes or anything like that,
I suppose any nerves that are going to be there, you're going to try rid of yourself in those first few minutes. So if you are a nervous player, or maybe for the likes of Newmarket, and in fairness to Newmarket, it hasn't looked like they've been anyone nervous because they played a lot of football. But as I said, for like a first FAI Junior Cup final, I'm sure there would have been a big excited build up, and sometimes you can have that energy dump early in a game. And
yeah. I mean, it's start of the game's not too bad. I mean, it gets into the game, and then when nares might come into, especially if it's 0-0 late in the game, because nobody wants to make the mistake or anyone wants to be the hero. But it's been a good start from them.
A really good start. Throw in now again into the feet of David McCarthy. Looking to work something out over on that left-hand side. Can they get a delivery into the box? Just a one Newmarket man in there, but one back by Michaels, and there was a free there just for the challenge on Colin Bargary, was it?
Colin Bargary is down. I think he just got a bit of a... I think when he followed through on the clearance, he just got caught across the knee.
An opportunity for Paul Breen just to take the pressure off his team, but so far they've been quite happy just to knock these short. No mad rush, but looks like they've pushed 3 or 4 lads up here, so probably just going to try get out. Delivery comes and it finds itself all the way to Slattery, but again he's crowded out in that midfield. But good ball into the feet of O'Dwyer, looking to get wide to Carr, who does well. Carr with the ball at his feet down that left hand side. And he does well to win himself a corner kick for his team. That one just coming off David O'Grady.
Funny if you see that side where Jimmy faced the defender up, but Owen Hayes got back to double up on him. It's obviously there's something they've identified. They don't want to leave a 1v1 with Jimmy.
Yeah, we've seen him many occasions over the years. What he can do there.
In around the box, and he's lightning quick with his feet, and suddenly he's gone. And Owen Hayes did well coming back that time.
Corner kick come in swinger right footer this time. Paul Breen was looking to make his way through the men there, but didn't quite get on the end of that one. But it just goes to prove how dangerous they can be. Newmarket now looking to get out. That's a great touch by Jimmy Carr down the right hand side. Find himself on the opposite wing. Ball across to the far side. O'Grady does well to get down and head it of the way. Trouble knock on. Mulcahy left footed towards the back post, but that one just a little bit too deep for the oncoming Michaels players. It's gone out for a goal kick, but I think we've seen there exactly what you thought. Straight away, there was 3 men around Paul Breen as soon as the ball was in the box. They're looking to crowd about, maybe not make it easy if he is going to get his head on the end of one of those.
Yeah, and it was a good ball in. It was a good flight on it. Keeper stayed in his line, didn't come for it. They're trying to block Brino off, and you know he is going to be a threat all day long in the box, you know, and something Newmarket are going to have to look at.
Yeah, that corner was really pinged in. It didn't really hang. It didn't give the keeper an opportunity maybe to judge it and go.
Yeah,
So.
didn't. It was a decent ball.
Newmarket looking to go long this time, but that one's going to go all the way through to Adrian Walsh. He'd be quite happy to let that one go out over the line and give an opportunity for the team to reset. As we come just to the 20-minute mark here in the first half. No clear-cut chances for either team yet. Both teams, as we said, playing in that 4-3-3 formation, so linking up, matching up really well. O'Dwyer got his chest to that one. That one goes over the feet of Owen Hayes. That's really good football at the back there. But again, the press comes from Mulcahy. Really good battle between himself and Jack Kelly in there. That one's going out now to Conor McDade. Tries to find it all the way down his line to Dara Leahy. Paul Breen. You just see it from Paul Breen, doesn't it? His experience there, 2 men around him, no pressure, just still finds that little pass out to the side.
Yeah, I mean, he's
so calm.
He's seen a lot of them over the years.
Yeah. This ball going down the line was looking for Hayes. Sure, it'd be something that Owen Hayes is supposed to be another thing to tick off in what's been a really good career for him so far.
He has. He's
been a goal here.
He's, you know, I mean, Owen probably typifies the junior soccer player. You know, he really loyal to his local club. I know his father played for Newmarket. His sister is the secretary, and you know, I mean, it's his local club, and it's great to see him. You know, it's great to see him. Obviously, he's been brilliant for us, but you know, representing his country. He's actually excellent. He's a great guy as well, you know, and it's great to see him in a final like this.
Exactly. An opportunity here now for Michaels down that right hand side. The throw movement does come from, it was from Colin Bardry. That one is skewed off the foot of Conor McDade, I think it was in there, and it's going to be another opportunity for another corner, another opportunity for St. Michael's to send the big lads up. Joseph Mulcahy to make his way out. If it's anything like the last delivery, it was really good, and this one will probably swing out towards Paul, so it'll be a good opportunity to attack it. In fairness to Newmarket, they dealt fairly well with the last one, so we'll see what
but they need to make sure their concentration levels are high. Don't want to give anything away.
Another good delivery into that front post. Came off on Newmarket head there and done quite well just to take it away. But I suppose when you glance those ones, you always have the fear is that you glance it far enough away.
Yeah, there's someone in behind you.
Jimmy Carr takes the throw, tries to get it into the feet of O'Dwyer. Newmarket just crowd him out, and Hayes with a bit of a loose pass, but it's picked back up. There was a free coming there. Kevin Hartnett's had a really good start to the game. He's broke up an awful lot of ball, or any time that St. Michael's get it, he's there to just take it back. Newmarket, they're trying to just get a little quick ball over the top that time in towards Dara Leahy. This one gone right to Hayes. Beautiful first touch to kill it out of the air. Has support if he needs to go back, but goes down that right hand side and wins his team a throw in. Positive play again from Newmarket. David O'Grady is making his way down the line to take that one, an opportunity here for Newmarket deep inside the Michael's half to see if they can create a chance. McCarthy looking just to play it off the defender that time and win to try win the corner kick, but it didn't happen, and the St. Michael's defender done really, really well just to shepherd that one out. Again, St. Michael's happy just to play out from the back. Pressure comes from Newmarket, and that one is out over the sideline. In fairness to Newmarket, any time that Michael's have tried to play out the back, that high press comes straight away, and it's not the first time that they've been forced just to get rid.
Yeah, the play was a little bit lethargic from St. Michael's. The passing needs to be a little bit crisper and quicker to break that press.
Leahy just trying to get that one to the feet of Owen Hayes. Really, really bright start from Leahy, full of energy up there, and Owen Hayes is paying dividend off that. He's playing really, really well off him. anytime David McCarthy for that front three has started well, there's plenty of energy. Not letting Michaels out easy. It'll be funny to see will Michaels try work it again with the short ball, or will they force this time to go long? I think Adrian Walsh is going to go long this time. Good kicking. Good shout that time coming from David O'Grady. Just to let Jack Kelly know to stay down. Kelly this time looking for that ball over the top. Leahy on the charge. Dennis John Crevens, but I think it's going to be a free out. Paul Breen comes across. Paul Breen came across and let Leahy know who was boss there. Let him know he was there. It was shoulder to shoulder, so it'll be funny to see what the referee is going to do here. I think it's just going to be a little bit of handbags. The referee's going to tell everybody to go away. Referee is now calling Breen back, so I think it's just going to be a little bit of a talking to for both, and a yellow card shown to Paul Breen. But he'll have to be careful now. So that's the first booking of the game. Adrian Walsh now will go along with this one. Good kicking again from the St. Michael's goalkeeper. That time it was David Slattery coming across, and he sort of just out-jumped his own player in Dwyer. Maybe a little bit of chatting there, let him know he was coming. He sort of put his own player off a little bit, I think. Again, good talking there from Colin Bargry. But again, it's that man Owen Hayes who comes away. McCarthy dwelled on that one a little bit. It gave opportunity for Michaels to win it back. That's a great ball through the middle. It was number 5, Ethan Fitzgerald, just doing enough to get across and take that one away. Both defences are on top when it comes to those type of tussles at the moment, so as you said, the first maybe lapse in concentration could cost either side, but so far so good, I suppose, for both. And that type of challenge, it's one of those ones, if it's not exactly perfect, all of a sudden you're last man and you're facing, I suppose, potential penalties and red cards when you're last man mistiming them.
Yeah, he's a good player for Charles, a good defender. Read the situation that time. It was a great touch from Russell Craig though to get him in. But it was a good defender.
Leahy does well that time. That one's just up in the air then, off the head of Garrod O'Brien. Want to go all the way outside. Opportunity, Sean Murphy just to put his foot on it. He had a bit of time, but chose to go down the line straight away towards Russell Quirk. So Russell Quirk's been a little bit quiet. There hasn't been much ball go down that right hand side, and he's another really dangerous player. I watched him in the semi-final, and if you give him the opportunity to open up those legs as well, he can really do damage with the pace he has. Throw in over on that far hand side. Michaels looking to build again. That one is just headed away again. It was by number 6, Jack Kelly, who's had a really good opening half hour here for Newmarket. I think when you get both sides playing 4-3-3, it really, not that they cancel each other out, but it makes for a great game. This ball is in across, and again, not for the first time today, David O'Grady just forced into having no option but just to put it behind.
Yeah, it was a long ball. We had the deal. We didn't know where Blackie was behind him. The 4-3-3 just means when you match up with midfielder, it just means your movement has to be good in relation to when you're passing. It has to be good if you're going to play through the third, or if not, you're going to play a little bit more direct. You need to hit players with support in the front three, you know. So it just creates its own problems, you know, that you have to sort of deal with. Also, and you have to be a little bit more creative.
Corner kick, right footed. This one dinked towards the back post, headed back across. Keeper comes there. Shane Cusick comes and takes the pressure off his team, and that's exactly what they're going to be looking for. Maybe looking to get on that front foot early now. 3v3 there for a minute, but it was that man again, Joseph Mulcahy, just done really well to get back into it as well. Trying to get forward now. That one only goes as far as the Newmarket centre half. In turn, he gets it to Kevin Harnett, but he loses out. The referee had played an advantage, but it's going to be a free kick to be taken by Mulcahy by the looks of it. Is he just going to drop it to play on? Was there, did it hit the referee potentially, did it?
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah.
It might have done.
It seemed to take a bit of a different course, all right, but we're back underway. And again, Joseph Mulcahy's seen a lot of ball in this opening half hour for Michaels. Anything that's I suppose, has come through him, it's coming through in the middle. They're obviously looking for him to be the creator in there to link up that midfield into the attack. And
yeah, he's not afraid to get on it. He's not afraid to link up in around and ball.
You see him straight away, that knock on of a header, and when you keep making opportunities like that, eventually one will come. That's a great ball in. But again, really good goalkeeping by Shane Cusick. Straight away, looking to get it there. I think he actually kicked it against the Michaels man there. And an opportunity now for that man again, Jimmy Carr down the left-hand side. Chance to open up the legs and create something. Whips it in, and I was just with the head, came back off Jimmy Carr and went for a goal kick. You can see it as you mentioned it again, Jordy, before. Every time he gets down that, they're doubling up on that. There's sort of, if he does go by one, that second man is waiting.
Yeah, they've obviously done the homework, you know. But also, Newmarket, when the keeper gets into his hands, he's looking to release it really quickly to the front three. You can see that they've obviously worked on that in relation to catching, Michael's higher up the pitch and exploiting behind.
Excellent. The two Michael fullbacks not afraid, obviously, to commit up that outside, so they're leaving themselves 3v3 there at times. So it's obviously, as you said, something they've done their homework on the play. And header again by Paul Breen there. Really good again. Edmund O'Dwyer just got a little bit annoyed with himself where he put that one. I think he was hoping that there'd be somebody out there. It's normally where Russell Quirk could be, but Newmarket. It's that man again then. Joseph Mulcahy there to cut that ball out. Just over the half of the I suppose both managers, I suppose John Cremens and Paddy Purse, I suppose, be quite happy with how both teams have started, really.
Yeah, they wouldn't have an issue with it, you know. As I say, it's setting up itself a bit of a rhythm at the moment. There hasn't been any, real chances as such. Both teams have been fairly even, so both managers will be fairly happy at this stage.
Good, great opportunity here now for Newmarket. It looks like Dave McCarthy with that right-footed in swinger. Looking to put pressure on that back line. Seeking he maybe tempt the Michael's keeper, Adrian Walsh, off his line to try come claim one. All the big man's forward. Michael's just looking to leave the one man up in Jimmy Carr. Right-footed delivery comes. Hung into the middle. Goalkeeper comes, gets two solid fists on it. Does really, really well there. Adrian Walsh. Tackle there coming from Gerard O'Brien. As Michaels look to build early. I think the Michaels players looking for a card for the challenge, but referee not having any of it. Michaels looking to work it short again. Looks like there's not going to be anything on, so this one is down the middle towards O'Dwyer. Again, does really well to get the flick on. Lovely take that time by Russell Quirk, and he gets it out to Jimmy Carr, who still has it. Comes in on the right hand side, dink into the middle. No one there for Michaels, but it falls to that number 10 again, O'Dwyer. Strike comes. An opportunity for Mulcahy there. It fell beautifully for him. It was probably the first really proper chance of the game, but unfortunately the connection didn't come.
That was the chance, yeah. Really Newmarket had a chance to clear it and didn't, and let Jimmy back on it, and got it cross in. It was a good opportunity. Goal opened up, but just didn't catch it.
That's the opportunity as a player that you're dreaming of when you're on the way to a game. It opened up in front of him, but just didn't catch it right. Again, that man Paul Breen underneath that one, competing really well. And there's Kevin Hartnett. An opportunity now for Leahy in the box for the first time. Players inside, if he can get his head up, does dink it in. And that one's headed away by Cremens, great header, but it's only gone as far as Owen Hayes. Can Hayes create something? Does really well to keep it in on the right hand side, squares it, but it can only square it to a Michaels player. Game starting to open up here, chances starting to come for both teams. That time Newmarket, Hayes doing so well, and this one is in behind. Hayes looking to get on the end of it. Some really nice football there from Newmarket.
Yeah, great play from Owen. Great play from Owen Hayes. Absolutely excellent. And just no one there really in a position on the edge of the box coming in to connect with it.
Shoulder comes from Harnett, but he's play on. Tackle from Carr then. Beautiful ball down the line. Really good defending though from Ethan Fitzgerald. Little bit of afters over on the line between David O'Grady there and Jimmy Carr, but Ethan Fitzgerald, another really good young centre half. He's been superb all year.
Yeah, he's been a good player for Newmarket.
Oh, bit of a pull on the jersey. It's going to be a penalty kick. Owen Higgins has won a penalty kick for his side. He done really well to turn inside. I think it was Dennis John Cremens. He had nothing to do. The pull of the jersey came, and I suppose that maybe the Owen Hayes being around done that. He knew well enough when that pull came. There was only one place he was going.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you can see the pull on the jersey. I mean, it is a free. It's in the box, so it's a penalty. But a great bit of skill from Owen.
Exactly.
Really did. Throwing him inside out. Great feet, and as soon as he got his body across, they gave the ball to the defenders.
Straight away, you can see Harvey Cullinan with the ball in his hand. The Michaels players here doing just a little bit just to slow things back down, but an opportunity here now with a penalty. It was just 35 minutes gone. As you said, superb football from Owen Hayes that time, turned in, created the opportunity, and it's going to be Harvey Cullinan versus Adrian Walsh. An opportunity to give Newmarket the lead here. The FAI Junior Cup Final. Silence here in Jackman Park for probably the first time since kickoff. Harvey Cullinan being made wait a long time to take this one. Referee just making sure that everyone understands to stay outside the boxes. The last thing his team will want is if he scores is that it's taken again. Referee now happy with the placement of the ball. Cullinan. Nothing worse for a penalty taker to be made wait this long.
Yeah.
It'll really test his mettle. Referee now, Revy. Cullinan versus Walsh. And Cullinan slots it in the bottom right hand side. Newmarket 1, St. Michael's 0. 36 minutes gone here in this first half. After being made a while to wait for that one. The referee has the yellow card out as well in there for somebody. I'm not quite sure there, Jerry, who received that yellow card. I'm not sure whether it was for one of the Newmarket players or St. Michael's.
Not sure, but really good penalty from.
Yeah,
really
calm, composed.
In the corner, good pace on it. After a long wait, really good penalty.
Yeah. So it's Newmarket who draw first blood here in the FAI Junior Cup Final. And straight away they're back on the ball here, get it long down to Leahy. They're going to have their tails up. And now it's going to be a test for Michaels to come from behind and show what they can do. Push in the back comes there and it's going to be a free kick. Newmarket will have their tails up now, and I suppose they have something now to go out there and control, and they have something to get behind.
Yeah, but I mean, for a neutral, the game is crying out for a goal.
Yeah.
You'll see Michael's reaction to that. I mean, they went one behind down in Gorey in the semi-final, so
and bounced back,
and came back into the game. So it'd be interesting to see here.
Newmarket going long. Goalkeeper comes again, gets 2 fists on it, and does really, really well. Yeah, but as you said, to be made sort of wait that long and to still have that composure to stick away was superb by Cullinan.
Really good finish.
Because
really
because as we all know, everything is going through your mind as you're standing there, and he was made wait a while. But Owen Hayes hooks this one into the middle, hangs it there for a long time. Danger not gone, but that man Paul Breen nods it away again. An opportunity for Jimmy Carr. But again, it's that number 6, Jack Kelly, who's done really, really well so far for Newmarket. Just sitting in there, has done really, really well. Long throw in. Arnott falls over, and this one finds its way to O'Dwyer. Little dink in behind. Russell Quirk on the ball. Jimmy Carr outside him, chooses to go back into O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer gets it across to Mulcahy. And now an opportunity now for Newmarket. The 4v3 if they play it right. Get it wide. Out to Owen Hayes. Just slips that one inside for McCarthy. Does get there before the goalkeeper. Hayes still outside him if he wants to go back to him. And does. Whipped into that back post. Paul Breen with a really, really important header for his team back there, taking the pressure off. But again, Newmarket on the break, showing how dangerous they can be. Ball back in. Danger not quite gone here. Hickey away. Carr with super feet to get it away from Owen Hayes. Has a couple of players ahead of him. This one goes out over the line. But that was a really good opportunity again for Newmarket there. They had 4v3 and they done really well, but I think Michael's done well just to get those men back in at the right time.
Yeah, he probably could have taken out of 10 yards with the ball when he had it at his feet, McCarthy.
Yeah.
Committed one of the defenders and opened it up for one of the other front three, but yeah, great opportunity.
Five minutes to go here in this first half. I'm sure Michael's be looking just to push and try get that equaliser before half time and get back in at level, but Newmarket on the other side will be looking to hold on to it or even maybe double their lead. But I'm sure if Newmarket can get in 1-0 at half time, their manager will be more than happy. Opportunity here at the other end, but really, really good defending again. Michael's looking to build down that side. Sean Murphy, as we can see, if we look at it now, like as we said, Michael's really not afraid to push those full-backs on.
No, and they look at the good players as well ahead of the ball. They'll cause problems and they will create opportunities, no doubt about it, in this game. Even though they're 1-0 down now, they will.
As you said, they went behind in the semi-final as well. They're not the type of team that panic. They know they have the quality there to play that football. So
yeah, and if they've a bit of quality on the bench, it's got to come on and help it with that one.
Leahy does well here, and it's a superb switch from Leahy out to David O'Grady. He went running in behind the defence looking for a back, but the right ball didn't come. Opportunity for Michaels, looking to get that one over the top. I think he was looking to get it out wide to Carr. But Michaels do have a back here. Carr stands him up 1v1, goes right and left. But again, it's the Newmarket defence doubling up. Is that number 5 again, Ethan Fitzgerald? They're doubling up, helping his full back. Mulcahy to Bargary. Out to the full back, Sean Murphy. Linking up with Russell Quirk. No rush from Michaels, quite happy to wait just for that gap to appear. That time Russell Quirk had went inside looking for it. Ball long towards Leahy. Does well to take that one down on the tie. Holds it up, gets it back inside. That one dinked out to Owen Hayes, but just unfortunately couldn't keep it in. Just over 2 minutes of normal time here at the first half, and if Newmarket can get in here, Paddy Purcell's going to be one happy man, I'm sure, to get in half time 1-0 up. It's really good pressing again there from Jimmy Carr. That one goes out over the sideline. It will be a throw to Newmarket. Good half of football so far, Jerry. Really evenly matched, both sides and both now. I suppose after about 25 minutes it really opened up and both teams started to create those chances.
Yeah, they have. You know, Newmarket probably just shaded in terms, especially in the last 10-15 minutes, obviously scoring a goal, but they've created a couple of opportunities in behind, got in behind St. Michael's defence once or twice. Michael's haven't really up front yet, still waiting for those little opportunities, but Newmarket have obviously defended very well, obviously.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Cullinan and Fitzgerald, they're the two centre half, two young guys, but have really they've showed great composure at times there with the ball at their feet, really helping out the full-backs, as we say, getting over and doubling up on the wingers at times. But as you said, I would agree, probably Newmarket probably just shading it, especially in the last 10 or 15 minutes. But look, there's a long way to go here, and it's as you said, if anyone sort of know how to pull balls back and play from behind at times as well, they have the players there, Michaels, to do it as well. So
yeah,
I don't think they'll be panicking too much just yet.
No, they won't.
Newmarket, an opportunity now to build again. O'Dwyer. Push that one just down the line. It's towards Russell Quirk, but one finds itself back to Shane Cusick, the goalkeeper, and he'll be quite happy just to take his time here and just maybe run down the clock a little bit at the end of the first half.
I will. He'll put this forward now for Leahy.
And in fairness to Lee, he's done really, really well. As we said, look, he's up against the likes of Paul Breen in there, who are powerhouses in the air, but he's done really well to hold the ball up at times and has really done well to, I suppose, let the Owen Hayes and David McCarthy feed off him really well.
Yeah, and he's he's let the two centre backs know he's around. Good tussle with him and Brino.
Yeah, I think that's what Breen was doing then after it with the shoulder. He was letting them know he was there, but
yeah.
Ball down the line. Breen again with the header away. Does find its way to Russell Quirk. Looks to dink it inside to O'Dwyer, but that one only goes as far as number 6 again, Jack Kelly. Long ball this time. Leahy again looking to get in underneath it. Only finds its way David McCarthy. But some really good work there by Colin Bargery again. Gets it out to Jimmy Carr. It was David O'Grady stepping up well just to make it not easy for Carr, but Carr finds himself back on it. Was running through the middle. Looks to get it out wide to O'Dwyer, but that ball just didn't get there. This time into the feet of Quirk. He does well to turn there and gives away a free kick. So an opportunity here at the end of the first half for Michaels maybe to get a late equaliser in this first half. I think at times Michaels is sort of that last killer, but that last ball into the attacker's feet that's been lacking a little bit.
Yeah, it has been actually. Yeah, to be fair, Newmarket have got bodies around and numbers back. You can see what their game plan is. They've obviously worked on getting recovery runs, getting bodies behind the ball really quickly.
Even the likes of Owen Hayes and McCarthy who were playing, I suppose, as two wingers. They've really worked hard off the ball to drop in, I suppose, and make that midfield a bit of a 5-man midfield in defence.
Yeah, and leave Leahy up front. Good opportunity now for Michaels to get a ball into the box. Decent delivery now. Last chance probably before half time.
Mulcahy's deliveries from corners have been decent, so I'd be looking for the same here. Try to be looking for Breen, and it is into the box, but goalkeeper Shane Cusick comes and takes that one, and that is going to be the half-time whistle here at Jackman Park. Half-time, Newmarket Celtic 1, St. Michael's 1. A really good, entertaining first half, and we'll be back after this half-time break with the second half here live from Jackman Park.
John, we're here ahead of the Junior Cup Final coming up this week, of course, on Saturday at this very stadium, Jackman Park. How exciting is it for this week to finally be around?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a huge occasion, huge week for the club, and the lads just can't wait to get going. What
does it mean for the local area? Is there a lot of talk around the local area for you getting to the final?
Yeah, it's really kicked in over the last week or so. There's bunting being put up on the streets. A lot of the shops in Tip have messages of good luck for the players and for the team. So I think the last 10 days has seen a massive green and white all over Tip Town.
What has it taken to get to the final? It's an incredible feat to get here, one of the biggest cup competitions, of course, in Europe in terms of teams included. It's an incredible achievement just to get here. What's it taken?
It's taken a lot of hard work, obviously, a lot of commitment from the boys. Last August seems a long time ago now, but when we got back, we spoke about the Junior Cup, we spoke about getting a run in the Junior Cup, and every year you go into a new hope, but as you say, because it's such a huge competition, it's so hard to get to the final that you just hope things go right, and thankfully they have.
You've had some difficult ties, no more so than Buncrana, especially in a away day up there. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5.5 hours from Cape Town, so I think that says a lot. Obviously, we had to go up on Saturday, so there was a lot of the logistics around organising that. But, you know, we just felt that the players needed to be there. They needed to get up on the day of the game and be ready for it. So, we travelled Saturday and stayed overnight in Ballybuffet. Really well looked after up there, and a really, really difficult game against a really good Buncrana Harps team. We were lucky enough to get out with a 1-0 win. And I think, you know, away games like that are about getting the result, getting out and getting into the hat for the next round.
Well, you'll be looking to get the result on Saturday, of course, against Newmarket Celtic. Have you been able to do any type of analysis? Been able to see what you're going to expect from them?
We had a look at them here. We were lucky enough that they played Fairview Rangers here last Sunday week in the semi-final of the Munster Junior Cup, and that was a really good game. And obviously Newmarket came into Limerick and won, so they're a really good side, and we know that we've met them a couple of times over the last 4 or 5 years, so we know how good a side they are. We know what we'll get from them, which will be a really tough game.
And finally, I suppose you're hoping for a big back-in to travel the relatively short distance across here on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, we're very lucky in that we have a really good supporting tip, and when as the stages of the Junior Cup go on, the crowd gets bigger and bigger. It is 25 minutes to half an hour in the road, so we would expect that there'll be a lot of people from Tipperary here.
Well, good luck on Saturday, John.
Thank you very much.
Paddy, we're here ahead of the FAI Junior Cup Final on Saturday. You must be really looking forward to it. Newmarket Celtic in the final.
Yeah, it's great. Absolutely can't wait. Really looking forward to it. It's been a long season so far. That week in, week out humding. Just delighted to be looking and to be competing at this stage of the season at the real business end and to be at the top table.
What has it meant for the local area? Because the crowd you got in the semi-final was absolutely incredible. Talk to us about that.
The support we've got has been unbelievable. Even we've had a lot of away trips, but that semi-final up in Ennis, the pitch was surrounded. There was over 2,500 people there. It was just fantastic. And Clare football doesn't get huge attention at times, and that's really kind of nice to see, where you see that many people coming out. Ballynanty brought a huge support as well, but on the day to see Frank Keeley Park surrounded completely, I've never seen that before, so it certainly warms your heart, and it's nice to see, because within that group there's a lot of young kids there, and that's what you want to instill in the kids, so they see that sort of those games, those high important games, and that many people at the matches. It's great to see.
It's been a tough route to the final, of course, as well. A lot of travelling, like you say. How many challenges come up in such a run to the final?
With so many games and so many rounds, it's very difficult. We've been on the road a lot. We've had a few home games, and very happy to get a home quarter final and stuff, and equally in the semi-final, even though it wasn't in our ground. But you have to think of so many things in terms of the planning, and from our side, we tried to set the standards right at the very beginning. So some of those first early round games, it's the preparation and how the club supported us in terms of making sure we had a bus, making sure we were having our pre-match meals together as a team. All those things were well supported. But there's all the final small detail that you have to be getting ready, and along those games there's been a lot of challenges along the way, right? You're dealing with the squad and the injuries and the logistics of it. In-game things happen, as we know. Recall some of the games we've had, and like away down in Kerry, where we had a man sent off in the first half, and you go in. I think it might have been 0-0 at half time, and you're really back against the wall away down in Kerry, and you look to those games where you come out with a good victory on the day, and you've those hurdles every week, right? So yeah, it's been a long road, but a happy road. We have a lot of young players in our squad, so then getting to see what's required in terms of your preparation, whether it's the few days beforehand, the day beforehand, and then that day routine of how you should be preparing for a match. Really about trying to get those standards instilled into the players. We've a lot of 18, 19-year-olds coming through that are part of our squad, so you're hopefully laying a foundation that they'll get to see what it's like for men's football, and if they want to progress beyond the market onto bigger and better things. Well,
bigger and better things coming up this week, of course, against St Michael's. What are you expecting from them? Have you been able to do any performance analysis at all at this level? It sometimes can be very difficult.
Yeah, no, we've done our homework as much as we can. It's hard. A lot of clubs are starting to use video analysis. We use it ourselves. Of course, we haven't played Michaels since we started using video analysis, but yeah, we're doing our homework. We know Michaels, we know their tradition, we know what they're all about. They've a great club tradition. You know, they've been at the top table of junior football for many years now, a couple of decades at this stage, and you can only but respect them. And we know their strengths. They've a big, strong squad. A lot of lads who've been together for a long time. So we're certainly, preparing ourselves accordingly, but certainly very focused on what we're doing and what our game plan is.
And on Saturday, of course, that will be required. We're expecting a big crowd, especially from yourselves here. How many are you expecting to come down? It's going to be an incredible occasion, isn't it?
Yeah, can't wait. It's hard to tell, right? If the semi-finals anything to go by, we should have a very big crowd. You'd be hoping for more than a couple of thousand people. There's a mild clash with some of the, I think Clare are playing Limerick in the hurling and stuff on Saturday evening, but it's not going to detract from who will be coming to support us. I've had so many people telling me already, they're going to the soccer and they can't wait, and that's from within the market, but even outside the market, there's a huge amount of goodwill within the Clare soccer circles towards us. So, I've heard of a lot of people who are coming in that are just going to be neutrals, but obviously shout and say for Clare in terms of their background in sport. So, looking forward to that.
Well, good luck on Saturday, Paddy.
Thanks very much.
We'll find new streets, just know that I'm right by your side. Oh, promise that I won't leave. I know we'll make it through this time. Don't tell me that it's over. We could start again. I can make you sober. I told you thick and thin. We don't quit, I'm all in, just don't fade out, 'cause I'm here now. If you need escape, we'll find our way, just don't look down, 'cause I'm here now. I'm here now.
Jerry, you won't be able to stand out as far out as you could. But it'll be alright. You should have to be kind of standing here, right?
You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, right, right. Right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me what must I do? Come to you, come to you. I try to let go of all of the nonsense that you put me through. I give it up to you. I do it all for you. Maybe this feeling's overdue. You're uninvited. You wanna hold me close, but I know what you have to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why are you hiding? Tell me what must I do? Come to you, come to you. You're mine, mine, mine. It's right, right, right. It's right, right, right. Right now. Why are you hiding? Tell me what must I do? Come to you, come to you.
Paddy, we're here ahead of the FAI
to Jackman Park for the second half of the FAI Junior Cup Final. It is Newmarket Celtic, who are 1-0 up in lead here at half-time. Harvey Cullinan with that penalty after about 30 minutes of that first half. Looks like we're back and ready to go here, and it's going to be St. Michael's who have the game to chase. And straight away are on the front foot and looking to create something. That one's going to go all through. Back to Shane Cusack. Cusack choosing to go long like he did for most of the first half. And Newmarket Celtic, if they can manage to get the next goal in this game, could potentially kill off the tie, but St. Michael's will be looking to get a goal nice and early and tie this up. Good football from Newmarket down this left-hand side. Looking to get Colin Bargary in there, but number 4, Dennis John Creven's actually coming across and doing very well. I suppose, Jerry, if you were both managers here, what would you be saying to your teams? More of the same, or?
Yeah, well, probably definitely more of the same, because, you know, to be fair to them, they got the little bit of tactics, little bits and pieces they've got right, both defensively and in possession. Michael's probably need to be a little bit more urgent about a little bit better quality of pass, and sending in the final third, a little bit more creativity and all this. Now, the rain, actually, funny enough, will help this, because it'll make the service a little bit quicker and the ball will move a little bit quicker, so it actually might suit them.
Goal kick in there from Adrian Walsh, Michael's goalkeeper. Leahy chasing this one down. He forces Paul Breen just to knock that one over the sideline. As we said, the rain is, just mentioned there, the rain started to come down quite heavy at halftime, so we'll make that surface a little bit slicker, but we'll allow for quicker football as well. So Conor McDade here to take the throw in. Nice 1-2 back to McDade. Tackle comes, but he does really well to hold on to it. I think that one just came off the feet of the Newmarket man. Was Sean Murphy. Plenty of the ball in that first half. Looking to going again down this right hand side. Russell. Back into Mulcahy. Looks to get it forward straight away. Down towards Slattery. Very good work from Slattery, does well. Free kick comes there from a challenge from Edmund O'Dwyer on Conor McDaid. Didn't seem to be too much in it. But the referee does see the foul, and there will be an opportunity here for Newmarket through Shane Cusick to come out, and we've seen in the first half Cusick looking to go long, uses attackers up there, and obviously the way Newmarket will see this second half, the longer the ball spends in the opposition's half, the less chance to have a concede and holding on to that lead. So
yeah, they will, without a doubt.
Ball into the middle. Good feed again from Hartnett. Looks to get that one out wide, nearly find its way to McDaid. Still good pressure coming there. Conor McDaid again to take the throw, looking to work it down the line, keep the pressure on. Header does come, but Michaels do well to get in around it and win it back, but it finds itself then again back to Newmarket. It's really good composure there just from the goal scorer, Cullinan, just to knock it back to his keeper, take the sting out of it, get that shape back. And it is Cusick goes long down that left-hand side. Really good work again in there from Joseph Mulcahy just to get up and win that header. Find its way down the right-hand side. Tackle comes, I think it's gone out for a throw-in. Sean Murphy the throw. Finds the feet of McDaid. Does well, turns once and twice. Came off the feet there of the Newmarket player, so it's going to be a throw-in. Goes back to Breen. First time into the box. Shouts for a handball, but I don't think there was anything in that. Two Newmarket players going for the same ball. Ball finds its way back to Walsh. Pressure coming from Leahy. Walsh does get it well away with his left foot, but that pressure comes, and a bit of a shout for a handballer, but I don't think there was anything that. Just two players give a bit of a mix-up.
I don't think there was much in that, to be honest. You know, players are always going to shout for it when something like that happens,
exactly.
But no, not really in it.
The start of the second half, very much like the start of the first half, a little bit frantic. It'll take a few minutes, I suppose, for the lads to maybe get used, I suppose. That little extra, as you said, that water on the pitch now is going to make it a little bit tougher. Does maybe through balls are harder to hold up when you're doing. It's going to fly through to a keeper, but for an attacking point of view, it's an attacker's dream, isn't it? Having a bit of a wet surface, you get one kid off the surface in front of a goalkeeper. It's very hard to deal with.
Yeah, it is. It suits more the trickier players, wherever.
Russell Quirk strike away. That one wasn't too far away, and that just goes to prove that Michaels were going to create chances here. They're not going to lie down. They've been here before. We did mention they went 1-0 down in their semi-final to Gorey the way there as well. So an interesting 40 minutes left here to go. As you mentioned as well, I suppose both teams with players on the bench who can come on and change a game also.
Yeah, you saw that in the semi-final against Gorey, because they brought Shane Ryan on. He was just back into the club, and he was excellent when he came on and shored up things, and it was clever with his use of the ball. So they have him to bring in. Even Newmarket have people on the bench to shore things up. Stephen Kelly's experience, he's come back into the squad lately, and his experience there to come in and shore things up if needs be. So they both have options off the bench, whatever they may need.
That's in, I suppose. It's just a case of when it comes to the managers, how long they leave it before they make those changes.
It all comes down to, if Michaels are creating opportunities, well then it's okay. You don't need to make changes. But obviously if they're not, then they might need a bit of a spark in there. And again,
Michaels have come out of the traps fairly quick here at the start of the first half. They've started to maybe turn the screw here and they've started getting men forward. An opportunity here as we speak now for Sean Murphy to get potentially something into the box. He chooses just to go back inside. Colin Bargary. Lovely ball into the feet. That's some lovely football here. Back out to finds its way to Murphy again. Puts that one into the middle. A great header. Oh, and it's just wide. Some good football there from Michaels. An opportunity to header probably a little bit further wide than first thought. But chances are starting to be created, and I suppose Michaels are going to be looking at the likes of Slattery, O'Dwyer, Carr and Quirk, just get that going again up top. At times, obviously, we've seen in the first half when Carr gets on that ball, he's dynamite, you know what I mean? And they're going to look, I suppose, maybe to get him and maybe try isolating him 1v1 out wide. In fairness to Newmarket, they done very well in that first half, that when he did have those opportunities out wide, that second man was there every time.
Yeah, and maybe a case with Johnny Crampton's move was Jimmy Carr just maybe inside, just to find that space. I let him drift a little bit just to find the space and get him on the ball.
One comes off the head of Gerard O'Brien, so the referee overruling the lineout's decision. Slattery looking to flick that one inside to O'Dwyer. Ball is put out over the sideline. It's going to be a throw again. Again, it's Murphy with the throw. That one found its way to Mulcahy. Bargery out to Jimmy Carr. Gets down that left-hand side, does really well. Again, two men come, but he cuts in on the right-hand side. Looks to get the strike away. It was Jack Kelly who got the block in that time. Really good work again from Newmarket just to crowd it out. Ethan Fitzgerald does well just to hook that one away. Gets it to Owen Hayes. Bit of a loose touch from Owen Hayes. That's really, really good work again though from Newmarket just to get the ball back, just to relax it. Goes out as far as Donagh Hickey, and he's happy enough to go back inside. Oh, sorry, not Donagh Hickey. It was Harvey Cullinan. Gerard O'Brien spreads this one out wide to Owen Hayes. That's exactly what Newmarket are going to need to do at times. Just take the pressure off, and Owen Hayes, in fairness, every single time they get on the ball, he's making those runs, he's giving them something to hit, and I suppose for if you're a defender under pressure, you're looking for that out ball, and he's there to give it every time.
Yeah, again, a really quick transition from Newmarket, looking to play the ball forward into space for runners, and obviously gets the St. Michael's defenders turning towards their own goal.
Good work, finds its way back to Hayes. Hayes goes down the right-hand side. Time to get it in, he does get it in, it comes off the defender's foot, but danger not quite gone yet. Flick back inside, but the Michaels man gets the head away this time. But that one's only going to find its way to Conor McDade, hooks it, but doesn't really get a whole lot of purchase on it. O'Dwyer outside to Jimmy Carr. Still Carr opens up the legs down that left-hand side, left foot across towards the back post. And that's some super defending from Conor McDade, had no choice but just to put his head on that one. He hooks it away, but it is going to be a corner kick. We've seen in the first half from Michaels, they can be dangerous.
Another good run from Jimmy. Got a great cross in, and good defending in the end.
I think Jimmy's pace is nearly quite deceptive sometimes. He doesn't look like he's actually sprinting at times, but he's covering so much ground with that.
Yeah,
with his pace.
He's clever. He slows defenders down and then goes again, which is really clever bit, and gets his crosses in all the time.
Corner kick. Again, right-footed. Whipped into that front post. And it was that man, Paul Breen, who actually did roll as well and came off the head, I think, of one of the Newmarket players that time. It was Gerard O'Brien back there getting his head on it.
Yeah, they needed to. It would have been goal bound otherwise.
Yeah, I can see Darragh Leahy now as well in this half. Instead of giving the 3 up, it's Darragh Leahy who's come back there to help out his team. Good corner into the middle. Breen gets his head on it. The equalizer comes. I think it's number 9, is it? David Slattery with the goal.
It is David Slattery. Yeah, great finish. Forced to react in there, but again a good movement from St. Michael's on the corner. Made a little bit of space with the run out to the ball. Paul Breen got a nick on, and time stood still. The Newmarket didn't react. That was a good finish from David Slattery.
A super finish from Slattery, and I suppose that's what you're looking for, your striker, ain't it? That nick came from Breen, he was there. It was a striker's finish, it was a great finish, and flew into the back of the net, leaving Cusick with no chance. So 56 minutes gone, it's St. Michael's getting their goal. So it's St. Michael's 1, Newmarket Celtic 1. And that's going to make now for an absolutely super second half here. Both teams now with all to play for. Don't forget, if we do have a draw after 90 minutes today, there will be extra time and penalties. Now it's going to be Newmarket's turn just to see if they can calm things down again, and St. Michael's will have their tails up. That man Owen Hayes applying the press again. Michael's goal long. Really good composure there from the goal scorer Cullinan just to take a touch, but That one is cut out by the St. Michael's player. Tries to go into Slattery. Slattery does well, but an absolutely superb challenge there from Kevin Hartnett to win it back for the side. I think, Jordan, I think Slattery's actually he picked up a bit of a nick. He's holding the foot. He's back to his feet, so I think he's going to be okay to continue. That was a superb challenge by Hartnett in there just to take it away. It's one of those ones that if it's a second later, you're looking at the referee waiting for the card, but it was absolutely superb. In fairness to Michaels, they're really supposed to turn the screw since the start of the second half.
They have, and you sort of expect it because they would have gone in at half time, and Johnny Crevens would have said to them that, look, you need to improve, you need to get a little bit sharper, you need to be more direct. And to be fair, they've done that. They've got bodies forward, and obviously it's paid off in a goal.
Good kick from Cusick. Down to Leahy. Tries to back into the defender, but defender does well, but Newmarket have still have it and ball over the top. Header comes. Looking for a handball, but I don't think there was much there, and Michael's now looking to break, but just a bit of a loose touch there from Russell Quirk. Getting really starting to open up now, crowd getting right behind both sides. Just coming up to the hour mark here. I suppose it's nearly, you come up to that hour mark, it's nearly that magic hour, isn't it, that all managers start to turn and look to their bench and see who they have there, who do they have to maybe potentially change the game.
Yeah, but I mean, it's because of extra time and everything today, you had to be really clever with your subs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's an even enough now. Michael's got themselves back into the game. It's an even contest now, you know, so exactly. I'd say they might hold off.
A ball over the top again. It's Slattery who's got in behind. Men coming. Has Jimmy Carr inside. Into the feet of Jimmy Carr. Does well. Looking to stand the man up. Create something for the team. Great footwork again from Carr down. And Newmarket man is just forced to come across and put that one out. So another now dangerous opportunity here for Michaels. They've been dangerous. They'll be looking to get that man again. I'm sure Paul Breen on the end of this one. He got on the end of the last one, and we know what that resulted in. This time it'll be the right-footed in-swinger. Right-footed in-swing corner low this time. Finds its way to Kevin Hartnett. Gets it clear. Ball down towards Owen Hayes. Does well to turn inside. Gets it over the top to Leahy. Great starting position there from the goalkeeper from St. Michael's, Adrian Walsh. Took the pressure right off his team.
Yeah, it was a good decision by Adrian. Got out early. Yeah, young Higgy did it well as well, coming across from left foot to block.
Murphy. Into the feet of Quirk. He gets it to Dwyer, but again a really good challenge. And now an opportunity again for Newmarket to come away with a space in front of Hayes. Tries to get it into the feet of Lee, but that's a superb challenge from the St. Michael's number 4. It was Dennis John Cremon. So, if I'm not mistaken, the son of the manager of the St. Michael's team.
Yeah, really good challenge. Really good challenge. Good movement off Owen Hayes. Looking to bounce one in around, but a really good challenge.
Really good. Again, good header away from Clemens. Finds its way to Sean Murphy. Has plenty of time in front of him. Straight away it was trying to be hooked towards that Quirk outside. This time it will get to Quirk. Does well to keep it in. And I think the Newmarket player, I think number 8 there, Garrod is right at the picks himself up a yellow card. Garrod O'Brien was good feet and fair there from the player and for the tackle from Garrod O'Brien, and he picks himself up a yellow card, so he'll have to watch himself for potentially the next just under half an hour. But another opportunity again here now for St. Michael's through Joseph Mulcahy. Get that ball in the box. Big guys up again, Breen. Rain has just eased off here again, so it's a really good ball towards the back post. Breen at the back, and he just went into an offside position. He He's done that a lot. He stands that, I suppose that whole thing is standing in offside and moving then before the ball is kicked, but that time his movement was just maybe a little bit slower and there was the offside was given.
Actually wasn't a bad ball in actually for him. Just moved a bit early.
Yeah. And in fairness, I think Paul had backed himself 1v1 in the air against any man, and in fairness, are quite happy just to leave him 1v1 at that back post.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's an incredible header of a ball. Great jump on him, you know, and he's difficult to deal with.
Yeah. Ball back inside to Kevin Hartnett. He gets it to McCarthy. Just ball from Garrod O'Brien. There just wasn't right, and he couldn't find his way out to Owen Hayes.
Just going to have to boil a little bit Newmarket.
Yeah,
Maybe the shock of the goal, Bobby, you know, they just need to get back into the rhythm they were playing in early in the first, certainly the second half of the second part of the first half.
They finished the half really, really strong. So they'll be looking forward, likes of Owen Hayes, to sort of try to get that back and just maybe put his foot on the ball at times and calm it down. But Paul Breen with another towering header, and it's going to give Russell Kirk something to run to, and he gets there, but off balance trying to shoot, and that one has gone wide. So just goes to prove though how easy a chance can sort of come from. You know what I mean? Breen with a towering header, and a goal kick for Newmarket, an opportunity for them to build out from the back. Cusick to get us back underway as his team pushed well up, so we'll be going along with this one. It's really good kicking from the goalkeeper, but that man there again, Breen, looking to win it. He does well to hold off the challenge from Garrod O'Brien, who's a judge to given the foul away. He's going to have to be careful, O'Brien, now on that yellow card. He can't maybe afford to go flying into too many challenges, but straight away we're back on the attack. Russell Kirk gets it out wide right, and it's gone for a throw-in. Murphy bounced off Mulcahy. Newmarket launch a long one. Owen Hayes underneath it. Remember around him from, and the free kick does come. That's really good play from Owen Hayes. He probably wasn't the favourite to win that one, but just stood underneath it and sort of controlled it as it come down, and an opportunity now to really work the goalkeeper.
Yeah, to be fair, it's a difficult ball to deal with. You know, young Cremens. It was difficult for him. Owen did really well in terms of backing into him and making it difficult for him.
Just hung in the air for a long time. Gary Owen, like from the rugby, but a really, really good opportunity now to work the goalkeeper and try hit the target and potentially for Newmarket get themselves back in the lead here. We've seen Owen Hayes do it before, so I'm sure he'll be unless there's something else. But I've seen Owen. So it was only looking back on some goals from the previous round. I think it was in the second or third round he scored a late winner.
Against Crumlin United, he scored a cracking free kick.
Yeah. It looks like David McCarthy looks to be one of the favourites lining this one up. And just see the Darrell Leahy, I think it is standing in around the goalkeeper, just trying to block his view for now, but it's a 5-man wall. It is McCarthy, goes out right, but good hands from Adrian Walsh. I think he's seen it all the way.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's quite a distance out, to be fair.
Yeah, it would have to be. I think it needs to be something special with pace, I suppose, from that distance, but Walsh does well. Chooses now to go long, down towards Slattery. That one's going to go all the way through for a goal kick. Newmarket quite happy just to play out from the back. Cullinan. Switch comes across to O'Grady. Into the feed of Hartnett, but Michaels get in and win that one back. Cullinan comes along and just gets the clearance. It's really composed there from Darrell Leahy, just to nod it back to David O'Grady. He sends it long again towards Owen Hayes. Hayes has just muscled off that one. Now an opportunity for Newmarket. Players up. McCarthy just couldn't find the right ball there. I think the game is starting to open up a little bit now, Jerry. There's some space really starting to appear in that midfield.
It is a little bit. And also, you know, there's a little bit of tiredness creeping in with one or two players as well. That's going to add to a little bit of lackadaisical, opening up spaces for people, you know.
Owen Hayes now over on this left-hand side does well to take that one in. Really good feat just to create some space for himself. Knocks it into the middle. Jack Kelly gets it out wide. Back into the feet of McCarthy, who's done well dropping into those space at times. This is what Newmarket will be looking to do, just to relax, I suppose, get a couple of touches, show some composure. Ball is flicked outside to Conor McDaid. His space in front of him if he wants to go into it. Dinks that one in around the back. Ball does hop. On the offside flag comes, but that's a really, really good ball in. And when it's greasy like that, you just don't know what way it's going to hop as well. And Leahy was dangerous coming in. Free kick given there for the challenge on O'Dwyer. I actually thought Dwyer done very well just to roll the defender there, but the referee's seen it a little bit different. That's why he's out there and I'm here.
He's had a good game, the referee.
Yeah,
to be fair to him.
he's done very
Got
well.
all the big decisions right.
Yeah, that's all we can ask. Michael's now looking to build down this left-hand side. Down the line towards O'Dwyer, cuts in on the right-hand side, tries to curl one, but that one's high and wide of the post, but really good touch there that time from O'Dwyer, just to cut in on his right foot, and they're the opportunities that they're going to be looking for. We talked about players getting tired. We can see a couple of players looking for a little bit of stretching. Kevin Hart out there, just getting a little bit of stretching in while he could. So, in fairness, all those midfielders in there on both sides have covered a lot of ground in that first half and up until now. So,
They have, and fitness levels in a kick in, you know, and
so sometimes when it comes to a big game like this, that's sort of nearly what might win a game for him. It's not necessarily the best footballers, but sometimes the fittest footballers will play off too. An opportunity here for Michaels. David Slattery getting on the end of this one, whips it in. Good hands again from Shane Cusack, who's had a really good game in the goal there. Long ball, but met by the St. Michael's defender very, very well. Sean Murphy, and he gets it inside to Mulcahy. Out wide, Colin Backlery. Dinks one into the middle, the ball finds its way back to him. And again, it's Owen Hayes there with the press. An opportunity now for Newmarket to break down the right-hand side. O'Brien has Leahy in front of him, he has space, he's let go into. Still going down the right-hand side, O'Brien. That touch is just a little bit heavy, but yeah, and it's really good defending out there from Donagh Hickey. But he was let, Gerard O'Brien was let travel a long way with that ball that time.
yeah, he was, you know, fair there was a whole lot of support to him. And his space opened up, so
first substitution of the game here, and it's going to be for Newmarket. It looks like it's going to be Ewan Doherty who's going to come in. I think it is going to be for Kevin Harden, who we talked about. So seem to be struggling a little bit with the legs out there for the last couple of minutes. So he had a decent game for the time he was in, you know what I mean, for that 70 minutes, you know what I mean, and got around the pitch, broke up a lot of plays. So an opportunity now for the substitution Ewan Doherty to come in and show his manager and show his team what he can offer for the last 20. Ball kick to come from Adrian Walsh. A towering defender there towering header, sorry, from Jack Kelly. Bit of a push in the back there, but the referee's going to allow a goal. Leahy putting pressure on again. Doing really, really well. That's a great battle between himself and Cremens. Newmarket now looking to build again as the rain starts to come down here again. Ball out wide right, finds itself. Is again. Hayes comes in on the left. Oh, look to find David McCarthy. Newmarket building down. This comes in on the right hand side, strike away from David McCarthy. Just the last couple of minutes, Jerry, Newmarket are starting to grow back into the game again.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, getting a bit more luck front. Getting a real press on Michael's playing out. Good opportunity there, opened it up for him.
The man that you talked about actually, when we just had the start of the second half, Shane Ryan, looks like he's going to be introduced. So, as you said, done really, really well down in Wexford when he came into the game. So, I suppose he'll be looking to offer the same to Michaels again.
Yeah, Shane's a good player. Shane's had a number of caps, played in the Regionals Cup. Was away for the last year, and it's only back, and a really good player, great player for Michaels to introduce at this time of the game.
Long goal kick again coming from Adrian Walsh. Another good header from Ethan Fitzgerald, and they're doing really, really well. Oh, bit of a missed touch there from Callanan, but gets away with it. But that one only goes as far as throw-in comes into the feet of Shane Ryan, just coming in. Goes back to Jimmy Carr. Mulcahy. Ball towards that back post. Nodded back in. Goalkeeper comes and takes that one. Well done by Shane Cusick. Rolls it to his player. They get down the left-hand side again. Gerard O'Brien goes back inside to David McCarthy. The challenge comes there from David Slattery. We've seen in this second, I suppose, David McCarthy dropping a little bit deeper in this half, looking to get on the ball and help out, I suppose, maybe making that midfield a bit of a four-man at times.
Yeah, the only problem is that sometimes then he leaves Leahy and Owen Hayes isolated a little bit. Then he's looking to play forward to where he should be, so he needs a bit of movement from someone into that space when he drops in, just to give that three-man forward line.
Yeah, just looking at it now, it looks like Gerard O'Brien is starting to maybe go a little bit higher, so maybe there's a bit of a swap have gone on there, but Gerard O'Brien through the middle there at the moment. This ball does go long and it goes to Owen Hayes. He does really well to take it down. Comes back on the right-hand side. Still has it. Push comes in the back, and push comes from Mulcahy. I suppose that's what Owen Hayes does so well, doesn't he? He knew the push was coming. He knew by slowing down it was coming, so wins himself a free kick there, and he done the same with the penalty. He was very smart in knowing what was happening.
I mean, he's a clever player, clever player. And look, the upset that defenders need to stay on their feet. There's no rush there. He was going away from goal.
Yeah.
Giving a free away like that is a little bit cheap.
McCarthy, an opportunity now for whip it in. Hung out high towards that back post. Oh, that's a superb save. I think the referee had already given the free kick there, but a good save from the keeper, Adrian Walsh. He wasn't the no at the time, so ball out here to Murphy. Knocks that one down the line towards Russell Quirk. Looks to dink a pass, but cut out again that time by David McCarthy. Delivery by McCarthy. It's a real tester, those high balls in the air. And
yeah, it is. Defenders need to deal with them.
Newmarket player, I think Jack Kelly just taking a bit of a knock to the head there, so we'll have a quick stoppage. So there is, I think, a bit of a smack to the face, but opportunity for teams just maybe to relax for a second, just to see, get some water on, get some tactics on, reset. Just 50 minutes to go, and it's anyone's game really at the moment, isn't it?
It is. It's a fairly even contest at the moment. I mean, there hasn't been a whole pile of chances in the game. Look, it's not surprising. It's a final.
Yeah.
A little bit caged, but you can see now, the next goal will probably win this. Certainly at this time. You can see where players now are getting a little bit anxious or whatever like that, and get a little bit tired. So now it's down to what you said earlier on about the management, the changes they might make, whether it's personnel off the bench or changes in tactics or setup. And this is the time that really, really come into their own.
all over the top their own Hayes trying to get on the end of it, but oh yeah, you're dead right. I think players comes to that time of the game where sort of players are sometimes nearly afraid to make a mistake at this time of the game, and it just can something special can change it.
Yeah, and everybody wants to be the hero, score the winning goal and all this stuff, but you know, sometimes it's a mistake that costs that, you know, exactly. And nobody wants to be that player.
Yeah. Throw in for Michael Sir Sean Murphy down the right hand side. Shane Ryan flicks it back out again to Murphy. One's gone over the line. Will still be another throw in here to Michaels. Looking to see can they create something here. O'Dwyer does well to flick that one inside towards Shane Ryan, but Luke's pass from Owen Hayes. Finds its way to O'Dwyer. Strike comes from Russell Quirk, but it's high and wide. But again, it's decent build-up play.
It is good play. Good play. Bit of a loose pass in midfield. And the Jimmy Carr, good ball in. It was a good strike. It's a little bit high.
You can see O'Dwyer really. He's starting to grow into the second half again. He's really starting to get himself about. He's a big, strong, physical player, and I think at times Newmarket are starting to struggle. He's getting those flick-ons a lot. Newmarket are maybe struggling to deal with it at times, and if he can get the lads playing off him the right way, they're definitely going to create more chances. Leahy's still playing as well. The other end, they'll be looking to get. He's gone not necessarily quiet. I suppose maybe the service hasn't been towards him, but he got himself around in the first half, and they'll be looking to get it back again. Quirk, ball over the top towards Leahy, who I just mentioned. Keeper comes, doesn't commit. Leahy does well to keep it in. Danger not gone. Again into the feet of Hayes. Hayes just gives the free kick away. But again, Newmarket showing that they're still able to create those chances. Paul Breen down, just getting a bit of stretching in and coming towards the business end of the game, isn't it now? 10 minutes to go. Who's going to take the chance? Who's going to maybe make one last final decent chance to potentially win the game? I suppose managers now thinking potentially, I suppose, of extra time as well.
Yeah, there's still another 10, 15 minutes left to go in the game with extra time. So, you know, they'll be thinking of all their options now. Look what their bench, what's the best for them. Yeah. They'll know more than anyone else what they'll need.
Adrian Walsh again with the long goal kick. It's down towards Russell Quirk, but misses everybody and it goes over the end line. We are going to see that second change now come in for Newmarket. Looks like it's number 15, Stephen Kelly, who was togged off and ready to go.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they put Stephen, an experienced player.
Another big, tall, physical player as well.
Yeah, really good header of the ball. Be a real threat off set pieces, and maybe that's what they're looking at as well. You know,
Gerard O'Brien, who was on a yellow before that. Looks like Stephen's going to slot in centre half.
Yeah, I think they're going to put. I think they're going to make. Harvey Cullen already going to. He's got the left full.
Yeah. So a bit of a reshuffle, I suppose, maybe with Conor McDade now stepping into that midfield.
He stepped into midfield.
And in fairness, anytime he has got forward, he's done very well. So a ball towards Leahy. Paul Breen just getting over the top and hands on the player. And it's been a really good battle game up there between Leahy and Paul Breen.
Oh, it's been a great battle. I mean, now you've Stephen Kelly and you've Leahy as well in the air. It's going to be, this will be interesting one. Great opportunity for Newmarket to put it in to test, certainly with Stephen Kelly gone in there.
Exactly, a new challenge, and you can see he's towering over all the players that are back there. That's a really good delivery in towards that back post. Keeper comes, does get fists on it and does well. It's going to go out over the sideline, but another really, really good delivery there from David McCarthy. He's put in some lovely deliveries during this game.
Yeah, and Adrian Walsh did really well with it. It's good decision making on his part.
And he's done a lot. He may not have caught those balls, but he's coming, he's punching, he's getting them clear every time and really taking the pressure off this team. Doherty quite happy just to put it back to Fitzgerald. He knocks it across to Stephen Kelly. Good ball down the line towards Hayes. Hayes trying to create something for his team, and good challenge there comes from Donagh Hickey, and actually wins his side a goal kick. Now it's going to be Michaels now to turn to get their second man in. It looks like it's going to be number 15, Ashley Kelleher, who's going to come in. It's going to be David Slattery.
Yeah, Kelleher's a good player. Come on, the semi-final in Gorey. He's a lively young, good player. He'll get. It'd be interesting to see how Newmarket deal with him, because he's a different type of player than David Slattery is.
Slattery's your big physical centre forward, where I suppose as you said, Kelleher come on in that semi-final and he's full of running, full of pace, and I think he can be like Jimmy Carr at times. He has got that trickery about him.
Yeah, he's a different type of player.
He's gone out to that. I think it's what you talked about. He's actually gone out to the left-hand side there, Kelleher, and looks like Jimmy Carr is going to go back in through the middle, maybe. And straight away, Carr gets on the ball and he flicks it down that line towards Kelleher, who's just come in. He has players inside if he can get the head up. He does, he whips one in. The header comes. Big shout for a handball. Referees waves it away. Owen Hayes drops in and takes the pressure off. Straight away, the change is paying off there for Michaels as they build. That one back inside the Hayes, an opportunity here to build. Super reading there from Paul Breen to step out, but long ball down now. Chase comes. That's good defending by Cremens. Had no option but just put that one out over the sideline. Under pressure from Leahy. Just over 5 minutes to go here in Jackman Park. Still St. Michael's 1, Newmarket 1. Anybody's game here. Throw in to come. Thrown down into the floor. It's going to be a foul throw given against Harvey Cullinan. It's going to be a throw in to be taken by Sean Murphy. Puts it inside and it's hooked away by Mulcahy. Down towards Jimmy Carr, who does really, really well to get up and contest there against Stephen Kelly. But that one finds its way back to Fitzgerald. As it stands, we will be going towards extra time here at Jackman Park. But as we say that, Hayes, an opportunity, gets it inside the Leahy. Back to Hayes. Challenge comes from Paul Breen. I think Paul Breen is going to see a second yellow for that challenge. Referee went straight for the pocket, but hasn't quite pulled out the card yet. And I think he's just waiting for the player to stand up. We could potentially see a second yellow for Paul Breen here. Hayes done super to get on the end of it, and maybe has picked up an injury as well at the same time, Jerry.
Yeah, I think so.
And it is a second yellow. And Paul Breen is going to receive his marching orders here. We'll get on. He'll be a big loss to his side, especially from set pieces if we go into extra time. We're going to have a really, really dangerous free kick here on the edge of the box. Owen Hayes still down on the ground. St. Michael's trying to get information on they're going to have to reshuffle. I think these free kicks sometimes, Jerry, are one of the ones that are nearly too close to a goal, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's. I mean, it was a great move from Newmarket, great touch from Owen. I mean, to be fair to Paul, I mean, he was committed to the challenge. It wasn't a dirty, a nasty challenge,
no,
but I mean,
not in any way.
I mean, to be fair, if he hadn't made a challenge, Owen was in on goal.
Yeah. Was one of the ones you don't have a choice, really.
Yeah. You were committed to it, you know. So, Michaels just need to deal with the free kick first, and then Then
restructure.
Then restructure and reshuffle. Then
Yeah. Well, Paul he'll be a big loss to the side when it comes to, as we know, the set pieces from defensive and an attacking point of view. But looks like it's going to be David McCarthy over this one again. Adrian Walsh with the wall set. It'd be no more perfect time if Newmarket were to score here. You think any goal coming this late would win it for either side? It's going to be Hayes. Low strike. Comes off the wall and goes for a corner. I was going to say it was nearly the only option you really have with those type of free kicks. So close, it's so hard to get it up and down.
Yeah, and I think Owen recognised that he had a bit of pace and went in off the wall. Maybe interested to see now where Paul bringing it in there to defend against how they deal with the big man from Newmarket.
Corner kick to come from Russell Quirk. Just over 2 minutes of normal time left. That is whipped in towards that back post. The ball drops. Leahy. Oh, it's just wide from Leahy. What an opportunity from Newmarket. The ball fell kindly. Leahy got a decent strike away, but it was just outside the edge of outside the post.
Yeah, he did well to get a strike away, but again, Michael's, struggling to deal with the big men in there. Couldn't really get a hold, couldn't really get anybody a good clearance on the corner, and gave up a strike for Leahy.
I want to see a substitution here. Christopher Higgins is going to come into the game. St. Michael's maybe forced to reshuffle quite a little bit after Paul Breen going off.
Yeah, I think Chris Higgins will come in, very experienced, amateur international. He'll come in there, I think, to shore up at the back in terms of that little bit of experience, and they're going to need that now.
Not sure what the delay is here, what we're waiting for. The number hasn't gone up, I don't think, but it is number 12. It's Jimmy Carr come off, I think, is it?
Yeah, it's Jimmy coming off. Surprised unless he's carrying a little knock.
I'm sure he probably won't be happy to come off knowing the type of player Jimmy is.
No, absolutely not.
The big towering header there from Stephen Kelly. I suppose, as you said, it's one of those changes that really had to be made, isn't it? They had to get a defender on the pitch and just make sure they're not conceding there at the back as well, and especially with the three-man forward line of Newmarket.
Yeah, and look, I mean,
we're into added time here. Actually, we're going to see 4 minutes added time here. So 4 minutes added time here for either side. An opportunity here laid on as well for St. Michael's to get the ball in the box and potentially win it for their side here. Referee's just going to have a quick word with the players.
Michaels aren't going to get many of these opportunities, so they need to make the most of it.
Mulcahy, who's had a really good delivery of the ball all game, they're going to be looking for one last decent ball from him. It's a good flight of ball into that back post. The header comes. The offside flag is actually raised, so it's going to be a free out, but another really, really good delivery from Mulcahy. He has a lovely ping on the ball when he does that. It's a great flight of the ball, and it's hard to deal with, and he was looking to see could he get Cremens on the end of it, but the offside flag was raised. Ball goes short to Stephen Kelly. We're probably going to find ourselves now with a bit of space in midfield and to go into as well. As I said, they are getting late in the game. Obviously, we're going to be tired. Michael's going to have to work that little bit harder. But sometimes you see the team with 10 or the team that sort of not come out on top, but they know they have to lift it a little bit. And sometimes it can help a team.
Yeah, and also the team that have 11 have to, find the space and make the use of that extra space.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard. It's difficult to play against that because you don't find that space. Teams drop off and they stay compact with their 10.
Callanan there with the ball into the box. Cremens gets the header away. Not fully cleared. And Mulcahy comes out and does really well. Cullinan pokes it back in. Kelly tries to find Leahy, but it was just a little bit away from him. Again, David O'Grady does well coming across. A ball over the top now. In behind for Michaels. The finish is there. Oh, it's just outside. Edmund O'Dwyer with a chance to win it late on.
Great save.
I was just about to say, I think it's going to be a corner kick. I think the keeper is adjudged to maybe have got a touch on that one.
I thought he saved it initially, I have to say.
He seems to be arguing with the line on, telling him that he didn't get anything on it, but
I thought he saved it, got a touch on it. It was a great opportunity, great chance.
it is going to be that man in Mulcahy gone out to take the corner. Last chance saloon here, maybe. He could have had a winner, but keeper with a great save and keeps his side alive. Again, that man Mulcahy to whip it in. All the big men forward into the front post. Not quite clear yet. Newmarket getting around. Send it long towards Owen Hayes. Does well to hold it up. He has Leahy there if he can feed him. Hayes does super. He's being pulled back by Sean Murphy, but the referee lets it go. And now Murphy is taking him down. I think Sean Murphy's going to see himself receive a yellow card for that, but absolutely superb work at this time of the game from Owen Hayes. He's just so good at that, isn't he?
Yeah, and another couple of yards and he'd been in the box and a penalty. Fairness to the referee, did really well. He let the play go, see it develop, and then obviously gave the free when need to be.
Yeah, and another opportunity here before he laid on. Another really dangerous position for a free kick from Newcastle. David McCarthy straight away on the ball for this one. We're deep into added time. Probably a better opportunity or a better maybe angle this time for McCarthy. He has a bit of space maybe to whip it. It'd be funny to see. It looks like it's going to be a 4-man wall.
Yeah, he needs to make sure he gets it on target. He needs to make sure that the keeper has a save.
And you can see Owen Hayes doing his best to sort of just cover a little bit of that side of the goal as well. So it is over the top of the wall. Oh, comes off the post. Oh, I think McCarthy thought he'd scored. He'd wheeled away to celebrate, and that the final whistle goes.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a brilliant free kick. He got it over and down really, really quick. Really unlucky.
So it does end. St. Michael's 1, Newmarket 1 here at the end of 90 minutes. It will be extra time and penalties if needed. The teams won't have long to turn around here, but I suppose overall, it's probably a fair result.
Yeah, it is probably a fair result. I think, in the second half, Michael's come out and probably were far better in the first 15, 20 minutes, scored a goal and got back into it, and then the sending off has made a huge difference, obviously, even in the mindset of it, and certainly the last 5-10 minutes has been all Newmarket. The exception of a great chance in the end there for Ed O'Dwyer, it maybe could have scored, but, the tired bodies now, the two teams are giving an awful lot, and now it's time for the managers to be, maybe make a couple of changes about, on the pitch and off the pitch in terms of who they bring in and what way they set up on the pitch. Certainly Michaels, did they look for penalties? Did they keep it tight, not give anything away? And certainly with Newmarket will be looking at now thinking, well, we've a man extra, a bit of impetus behind us, and maybe to go for it, and that's if I was Newmarket manager, that's what I'd be doing,
Yeah, I know, of course, and I suppose, as you said, that Michaels could sort of say, right, let's try shut up shop and make sure. Is it? I'm not sure. Is it 10 or I think it's 15 minutes aside? Is it?
I don't know whether it's 10. I think it's 10. I think it's 10. But even still, it's I know Newmarket obviously have a big size advantage now with some of their big men. So set pieces are crucial to them. Got to make the most of them. Certainly the goal ones in around the corners and free kicks in around the box. But and then Michaels now need to rejuvenate themselves and, don't give anything away. Certainly that will leave them exposed, make the pitch as small as possible and keep things tight. And they might create a couple of things on the counter themselves.
No, look, 100%. I think for a second there at the end, everyone thought David McCarthy was after winning it. That free kick just came back off the post, literally the last kick of the game. And it would have been an spectacular way, I suppose, to win this for his team. But as you said, this is, I suppose, where the management and where the coaching staff they earn their stripes, don't they? It's up to them now to make those decisions. And I see plenty of players out there getting sort of rub downs, ice, a little bit of stretching. And in fairness, like even right up to the 90th minute there, the quality was kept in the game. And as you said, it's sort of the team sort of try hold out there now, or to go for the win, as you said. Newmarket with the numerical advantage on the pitch at the moment.
Yeah, and look, today's all about winning. It's not about entertaining anybody or playing a certain way or whatever like that. It's about winning. And whether that takes the last kick in the penalties, it's about winning. And I'm sure both managers will realise that, you know.
See both captains out just for the toss there now to see which way we're going to play. And no matter who wins from here, Jerry, it's been a super game from two really good football inside two. Have really done their best to play football.
Yeah, they have. You know, they've been really good parts of the game, I have to say. You know what I mean? As we said at the start, it was fairly even. I felt both the teams are fairly evenly matched, and it's turned out that way. There's not a whole point that separated them, and it could go all the way to penalties.
It could very easily, and I suppose, especially when it goes to penalties, it's a real lottery when it gets to there, and it can be anyone. It's a chance for someone to be a hero, but both sides just in their huddles at the moment there, and I suppose 20 minutes now for someone to find a winner, or we are going to go to a penalty shootout. Teams just coming back now. It looks like they're ready to go. St. Michael's are finished in their huddle. See a good few Michael's players there just getting the shin guards back on. We're getting some rubs from the physio, and number 9 there, not David Slaughter, so number 2, Sean Murphy. And number 10, O'Dwyer. You look back at that, I suppose, at that save from Shane Cusick just at the end there from O'Dwyer, and just goes to prove that sort of hasn't really had a whole lot to do, I suppose, throughout the game, really, either keeper from shots, but obviously stayed tuned in, and that touch just bringing it outside the post. Looks like it will be Michaels to get us underway here, shooting from right to left, starting here.
Yeah, I think he got a touch on it. I think he was trying to play the referee not to give a corner away, but to me now he got a touch on it. It's a really good save.
Straight away, Michaels get us back underway and put the ball deep in, finds the sideline deep inside, and will force Newmarket to try play out in the back. Mulcahy does really well. An opportunity now for Newmarket. Jack Kelly gets inside to McCarthy. McCarthy goes all the way back to Stephen Kelly. Long ball missed, the header missed, comes off the defender. Oh, and it finds its way wide. And it's that greasy surface, that's what we talked about earlier on, I suppose, that greasy surface, dirty ball really skids off it, flies up off it.
Yeah, it does. It was a good delivery, there was a good pace on it. Thought it was going to cause problems like that, you know. Lucky to get away with Michaels in the end.
An opportunity here now for Newmarket. There's a chance at it. Extra time. Whipped in there by McCarthy. Falls in the box, pings around, Leahy. No, just got under that one, just leaning back when the strike came. It's going to be Adrian Walsh. Second ball on the pitch comes back. Walsh with the goal kick. Long down towards O'Dwyer, but it's won by the Newmarket man. Jack Kelly up against his fellow number 6, Mulcahy. It's going to be a free kick. Yellow card picked up by the Newmarket man. It was number 6, Kelly, picking up the yellow card. Opportunity here for Michaels just to get it forward. Okay, plays the 1-2. Tries to get it out wide left towards Kelleher, but only goes Shane Ryan. Has Kelleher there for support, tries to go down the left-hand side. Opportunity now for Newmarket to come away with Owen Hayes. Gets it out wide to McCarthy. The overlap comes from Cullinan. Cullinan with 2 ahead of him, 1 inside. Puts it down the line towards that man again, Owen Hayes. Calm on the ball, gets it back inside to the Ewan Doherty. He recycles it and turns back to Stephen Kelly. Newmarket just waiting for the chance to come. Calm on the ball. Again to Hayes. We've seen so much football during this 90 minutes and now into extra time as well. Ding came back inside there, but an opportunity now for Michaels to come away with the ball. O'Dwyer looking for the big switch over to Kelleher. It's a really good defending from Sean Murphy just to knock it back to, sorry, David O'Grady just to knock it back to his goalkeeper. It's I suppose the time of the game, no one wants to make any mistakes. Newmarket happy enough just to knock it from side to side at the moment. Conor McDade. Jack Kelly. Bit of a short pass, but it's okay. David O'Grady does well. Into the feet of McCarthy. And really see Edmund O'Dwyer is really struggling out there. He spent the whole of sort of the end of the 90 minutes getting rubbed and stretching, and he seems to be really, really struggling. Ball into the feet here, lovely from Newmarket. McCarthy. That one gets away, but it's only going to go out to the left-hand side, and there's still an opportunity here. It's number 5, Ethan Fitzgerald on the ball. Has David O'Grady outside him. I think you can see sort of Michaels are quite happy just to sit there and soak up the pressure and let Newmarket have the ball where they have it.
Yeah, I think that's the, that's the 2 banks of 4 there. Well, a bank of 4, and it's going to be tight. They're making the pitch really small for Newmarket and let Newmarket have it. Newmarket needs now to get with a little bit of width and stretch Michaels, if that's the case, and trying to get a little bit of play in between the lines or get some crosses in, because they really need to be open them up now. Michaels are happy to sit back, obviously with 1 man less, happy to sit back and can see the space. Yeah, we're going to see a substitution. We're going to see number 16. Looks like Reece Bryan come into the game. I think he's probably going to replace, I'd say, Edmund O'Dwyer, who looks to be waiting on the sideline. And it is. It's number 16, Reece Bryan, coming on to replace number 10. You could see that he was really, really struggling with the legs there, so it was probably an enforced substitute more than anything. Yeah, to be fair, he's given a good shift, to be fair. He has. Long ball that time. Stephen Kelly does about the win of the finds its way to Owen Hayes. I don't think there's a blade of grass that Owen Hayes hasn't covered on this pitch today. No, he's been excellent. He really has, and just the ball has been really, really good. Just it brings that calmness, doesn't it? Even like surrounded by 3 and 4 players at times, he sort of just relaxes. And Newmarket are really finding plenty of space now. It's going to be sort of, I think at the moment it's Newmarket's to sort of have an opportunity to seek and to break him down. Lovely ball inside. Oh, Hayes comes, keeper comes. Hayes. Oh, an opportunity there, and I think the keeper Adrian Walsh kicked him there, and for a second I thought he was maybe going to take him, but he done well just to stop up and force. Yeah, he forced him wide, I think. I think Owen Hayes was just waiting for Adrian to come into him. Thinking he might go to the ground, but he didn't. He stayed on his feet. Adrian, he did really, really well. Yeah, David McCarthy again coming across to take this corner.
Dinked into the middle. Header comes. Oh, an absolutely superb block there. I think it was Ethan Fitzgerald. And
I think it's Shane Ryan. I think it was the blocker. Great block too.
yeah, superb block. Another corner to come though. Again whipped in towards the front post. This time header comes. I think we're going to see a third corner in succession. We are indeed. That one this time it was the goal scorer Cullinan trying to get across the front post. Third corner in succession. Pressure again. Great ball. Oh, it was that man, Harvey Cullinan, the goal scorer, had an opportunity, free header. He was found himself on mark, but unfortunately, I think he just got underneath it and he couldn't direct it down.
Yeah, I think he got slightly underneath it.
But that was a superb opportunity to give his side the lead. A really another good delivery, and it's been quality deliveries all day, in fairness, from McCarthy, every time given the opportunity. But St. Michael survived that bout of pressure and an opportunity through their goalkeeper now just to relieve the pressure and get the ball down the other end of the pitch. Walsh pulls this one a little bit and it's going. For a second I thought he had done really well, Shane Ryan, to keep it in, but Lino has the flag up and 90 seconds of the first half here left. And again, it's that man Hayes on the ball. Does well to get it inside to Conor McDade. McCarthy. Oh, and that one's just gone high and wide. Plenty of players now out there, Jerry, really starting, I suppose, to struggle. And look, I suppose when they've done, it's been a helter-skelter game, really. It was like a lot of running in it, like there's been a lot of football played, and it's a real test now for lads to see who can, I suppose, last that last 10 minutes. And
yeah, and it's mental fatigue as much as physical fatigue. You know, and that obviously kick in, and that causes problems in terms of giving, lack of concentration levels, which, you make mistakes when you do that, give sloppy passes away and, don't track runners and all this, and that's all kicking in now.
Exactly. Newmarket with the free kick again. Stephen Kelly played that one a little bit blind. Luckily enough, there was no one taking a chance of pushing on. It was okay, but the keeper finds its way now back out there. Again, Michael's just sitting back, happy for him to pass it around here to soak up the pressure and hit it at the right time. For the Shane done really well to step in there and nip that one back, but unfortunately the ball didn't find its way to a Michael's man, and that is half time here. Straight around, swap around. Looks like we are going to see a substitution actually from Newmarket. Looks like going to be Ronan McCormick to come in. So half time here of extra time. We're just waiting to see who the change is going to be for. That change again is going to be, so it's number 12, McCormick, and I guess David McCarthy that he's replacing. So 10 minutes to go here. It's all or nothing now for both sides, or we will be seeing ourselves go to penalties. I think St. Michael's, considering the numerical disadvantage, done very well in that first 10 minutes just to soak up the pressure at times, and there was a couple of chances, but not really be opened up really at all at any time.
Yeah, that has, and the structure's been well executed. 2 banks of 4 and leave one up front. And that's probably, I'd say, down to the management. Obviously, that's the reason why they sent Chris Higgins in, because Chris is now orchestrating from the back in terms of keeping the distance between the 2 banks of 4 and between each other and all this. And it makes it difficult for the team in possession to break that down. And it's a disciplined approach. And it's obviously the mindset that Michaels are going into extra time with, considering they're down with down a man.
Yeah, and of course, look, it would have been a tough decision, I suppose, for the manager as well to take off as one of their most attacking players in Jimmy Carr, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, when you lose a man like that, the type of decisions that you have to make, and you have to, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's such a live and die by. I mean, those decisions, and that's, you know, he's made the decision, and that's for his own reasons, and
yeah.
you know, that's what he's there for.
Exactly. We are back underway here, obviously, with the second half. Newmarket again on the front foot straight away, looking to get it out wide left to Cullinan. A really good ball. Cullinan takes it down, has options, gets it back inside there to Conor McDaid. Plenty of space around that centre circle now for Newmarket to knock it forward and back. Jack Kelly again in there orchestrating. Ball finds its way back to Fitzgerald. Conor McDaid fighting plenty of space in around the middle at the moment. Gets it out wide to Callanan. 1v1, touches it inside again to McDaid. Here's Callanan, an opportunity to get the ball in the box. Left foot across, but it's going to be too long and it's going to go by everybody and out on the far side. Another St. Michael's substitute to come. We are going to see the introduction of number 13, Adam McGrath. Another Michael's player just receiving some treatment, and 8 minutes to go here. 8 minutes for someone to make themselves a hero, or as we said, it will be penalty kicks, and sometimes can be a cool way, I suppose. For the neutral jury, there's nothing better than the excitement for the penalty shootout, but for either side, sometimes it can be a cruel way to lose a game.
It is. I mean, I was at the Intermediate Cup Final last week in Sligo, and Cockhill Celtic lost it on penalties when they actually had a penalty to win it. And it's very unfortunate for players to be the one to miss.
Yeah.
But that's the way it is, and they're the rules, and that's what you sign up to. Pierce Foley there, amateur international physio, is just with Michaels. You're looking at it. He's Michaels physio, just doing his job there, keeping his players on the ticking over.
Yeah, I can see it is number 2, Sean Murphy, who is going to come out and he's replaced by number 13, Adam McGrath. So fresh legs in there now, straight away, and he's going to be called into action straight away. Cullinan hooks that one back in left-footed. Good touch, but a good 50-50 challenge, and done really well to get it away. Stephen Kelly hooks that one down the line, finds its way to Doherty. That one is just headed away. Ball over the top, Owen Hayes on the chase. Putting the St. Michael's defender under pressure, and I think at the stage of the game, no option, only to hook it clear and take the pressure off his team. Cullinan. Kelly inside. Finds its way to McDaid and all the way back to Kelly. Kelly looking to get that ball into the feet of Owen Hayes, but it's cut out really, really well.
And it's good defending from Michaels. Good structure about them, making it difficult, killing the space on that side of the pitch.
Joseph Mulcahy's done very well in extra time just to sit in and sort of protect that back four, sort of sitting in the 6th position. And in fairness, he's had a really, really good game, and there's been plenty of really, really top performances out there from a lot of players, in fairness.
There has. He's had a really good game. Young Kremens had a good game at the back for Michaels. Obviously, Owen Hayes has done really good. Callanan has been really good.
Referee gives a free kick there. Conor McDaid is being fouled, and a chance here maybe to get those big men forward. We talked about the likes of Stephen Kelly now in the game. His height is obviously a massive advantage, and I suppose Michael's now missing, I suppose, the defensive strength of Paul Breen. So an opportunity here now to test again. And
yeah, it's a little bit straight, you know.
It's tough to create an angle, isn't it?
Maybe you should look to maybe to change that angle on it, you know. But certainly Stephen's a handful in the air, great jump, you know, to add to his height already.
And it's going to be the substitute McCormick to get this one in. Ding straight down the middle. Keeper comes, loses it. Oh, and an opportunity. I think the referee actually gave the foul on the goalkeeper.
I think so.
Really brave goalkeeping again from Adrian Walsh. His decision making has been really, really good.
He's been around a long time, Adrian. Junior international, amateur international.
Yeah.
You know, really good goalkeeper. Really good goalkeeper.
I'm going to see another substitution to come from Newmarket. It's going to be number 18, Gary Higgins, to come into the game. So he's going to replace number 9, Dara Leahy. It's a great applause there from his team. He's put a great shift in, Leahy, been everywhere up there and really ran it length off, in fairness.
Yes, he has. From minute one, he got a great shift. Really gave Paul, Brian and Cremens a tough time today, you know. Probably just ran out of steam at the end, but you can understand that.
Four minutes of the second half of extra time here. If no one can find the goal, then we will be off to a penalty shootout. Free kick comes there from Adrian Walsh. Goes long down the left-hand side. Lovely touch over there by Kelleher. Is there an opportunity there for Michaels to break and create something? Reece Bryan does well, gets the ball into the box. Shane Ryan has it. Keeper forced into a great save at the front post. Danger knock on. Kelleher dinked into the middle. Goes over everybody. And it's going to be a goal kick, but that's a really, really good save there for Shane Cusick, called into action at his front post.
Yeah, really good save. Shane would have pulled it back. I think it was Michael Spear on the edge coming in, but it's a good save. Keeper covered his angles really well.
He done really well to stay standing as well for so long and make himself big, but a couple of chances starting to open up. Plenty of tired legs out there. That's a really powerful header there from number 12 for Michaels, Christopher Higgins. Mulcahy does really, really well just to win it. Free kick in there for his team. An opportunity maybe just to calm it down, but an opportunity maybe too to get his team forward and maybe have a chance. The ball goes out wide to McGrath. He just can't keep that one in. The pressure came straight away from McCormack. Into the last 2 minutes here. I suppose as we come towards, I suppose, the end, I suppose, of extra time here, and mightn't be a bad idea maybe, Jerry, to ask you for your opinion on man of the match.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of some really good performances on it, you know. But it's I mean, they'll go to penalties. You know, it's we always have to give man of the match to the winning team, you know.
Yeah.
For Newmarket, Owen Hayes been really good. Cannon's been really good as a centre back. McCarthy was really good, really put himself around. For Michaels, I think Cremens has done really well at the back. Mulcahy in midfield has been really strong, you know. Leahy did really well for Newmarket up front, so there's a few contenders.
Very true.
Few contenders there already. And look, you're looking for someone now to, I mean, it could be a hero if it does go to a penalty shootout.
Exactly.
Could be one of the goalkeepers. So it's one of those that, you know, there's plenty, and there's still a good 5 minutes to go.
An opportunity here for Adrian Walsh to get this one forward, maybe create a chance. As you said, if it does go to penalties, it's one of those times, isn't it? It's for the goalkeeper. You can be a hero. You're never really the villain as a goalkeeper.
No, you're not expected to save penalties as such, you know.
Really good header again there from number 12, Christopher Higgins. Does so well just to get up and win that one and take it away from Hayes. We're into the dying embers of extra time here. Again, for the second time, Cullinan adjudged to have done a foul throw. Not often we see him. But referee has had, and I have to say, referee and the officials have done a great job. And at times there was some challenges flew in, and they could have easily sort of boiled over a little bit. But I have to say, all the officials have done a great job.
Yeah, great game from the officials. Alan's been excellent.
In 1 minute of added time here at the end of the second half of extra time. So one last throw of the dice from either side, maybe. The Newmarket player, Jack Kelly, there is really struggling with cramp. Back underway here, the throw is going to be taken by Adam McGrath. Is there one last opportunity in this game to find a winner? Headed back clear. And there is the final whistle after extra time. It is going to be a penalty shootout, so St. Michael's 1, Newmarket Celtic 1. We're going to penalties. I suppose overall a superb game between two really good teams, Jerry.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Both teams, didn't let themselves down and represented them really well. Both had chances in the game, maybe, which, wasn't a whole full of chances in the game. But probably overall, it draws and even a fair result after certainly after extra time.
Yeah,
now it's all down to the lottery of the penalties, which is an unfortunate way to finish it, but it's the only way at the moment. And now it's just, players need to refocus and managers need to refocus.
That's who has that, I suppose. Who are the brave lads to put their hands up and say that they'll take one of the starting five, and the keepers, I suppose, will have their ritual, I'm sure, and it's a chance for either keeper now to be a hero, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's one of those fellas practice penalties all day long and all this, but like you can't really practice this, the pressure that's on players now and all this, and it's more mental than physical, You just can't practice these really. You can practice all you want, but you're not in this type of setting, Keepers again need to be brave and need to be, it's really all about the keeper's mindset in terms of, what they fancy and all this. Certainly I've seen Adrian Walsh, he's a long time around, and certainly Adrian always has a save in a penalty shootout in him.
Exactly, and Shane Cusick he's a really big keeper, isn't he, Shane? Do you know what I mean?
He is. When you're standing there taking a free a penalty, he makes the goal bigger. And certainly in this game he's made a couple of really good saves.
Yeah. And it can be, I suppose, that's what we're talking about, the mental side of it. Like, if you have a big, tall keeper in the goal and he's sort of filling up a lot of that goal and you're standing there looking at him, and that can sort of get into an attacker's head. Maybe he's right, I really need to put this right into the corner to keep it away from him. And I suppose sometimes the taller keepers can struggle then to get lower, to get down to a low penalty too. So that all comes into it. So,
well, this is it, and it's look, you need a bit of luck as well in penalties.
Exactly.
And certainly anything that bounces in around when it goes to the goal, the keeper's going to spin off the grass here because it's wet outside. But it's one of those, you can't predict them. Some of the best players in the world have missed penalties in penalty shootouts, so you can't predict them.
It's a proper lottery, isn't it?
It's a proper lottery, yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to win it, but it's an unfortunate way to lose it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, look, I suppose it's unfortunate that there has to be a loser. And you hear a lot of lads saying, when it comes to such a big final, is extra time and penalties the first day out maybe a cruel way to lose, and should there be a replay? But I've always sort of said, I think on the day is nearly the best, isn't it? Because you could have an absolute cracking game of football day one, and day two mightn't just be the same. Do you know what I mean? The lads could get injured in the first game, and I suppose it's a cruel way, and a lot of lads like to see the replays, but I think extra time penalties on the day, just get it done and finished. And
yeah, it is. I mean, you come into this game, you know the rules, it's 90 minutes, and then it's each way extra time, and then penalties, that in advance. And even in the second period of extra time there, Michaels, you could see we're sitting back and maybe playing on a counter attack.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they were structured really, really well, and I think they would have taken penalties.
Yeah, they done super the whole way through extra time, in fairness, as we said, down to those 10 men, they done really, really well. Just to, as you said, soak up the pressure, and they structured it right, as you said, that 2 banks of 4. I know it was probably tough work for the man up top on his own, but...
Oh, it is, yeah, it is. But that's what they had to do, as I said earlier. It's all about winning. And anybody around like this, it's all about winning on the day and going home with that cup and have that medal.
Exactly.
And that's what the team manager's job is. They're not here to entertain anybody, it's to win.
See, the coin toss has just been taken there. I think we're going to... Penalties will be taken by the looks of it into the goal away to our right-hand side, so... So 5 penalties each. We can't be decided after that. We will go into sudden from then. Any ones from here? Ball cut. By the looks of it, it looks like Shane Cusack is making his way towards the goal, so it looks like it's going to be St. Michael's to get us underway first. I suppose this is where the keepers can earn their money as well. The dark arts, as they like to call it. We've seen it in the World Cup. The Argentinian keeper, time after time, doing it, and it worked for him. And if there's anything, I suppose, that any of them can do to help their team, they will.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, they all come up with tricks or whatever like that, you know. And that's part and parcel. I mean, as I said, they're here to win. They're here to put off the taker. That's the job, but it's saving and all this type of thing when it's strike, wherever going the right way, or putting them off in the walk up, bouncing the ball, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They'll try everything.
Joseph Mulcahy, who took over the captain's armband from Jimmy Carr when he went off, is leading by example, and he's going to step up and take the first one. So it'll be Mulcahy versus Cusack. First penalty to decide who will be the winner of the 2023 FAI Junior Cup. Mulcahy, calm, slots it in the corner. Superb penalty to get his team underway. Actually, it looks like it's going to be Shane Cusack, the actual goalkeeper, so it's going to be keeper v keeper.
This is an interesting one.
We see it nowadays. A lot of goalkeepers like to fancy themselves as a striker. Cusack obviously does, so Cusack versus Walsh. Superb penalty. Right into the top corner. Adrian Walsh actually got a hand to it.
It was a good penalty, but Adrian actually got a good hand to it.
Yeah,
he
could be disappointed in it. We wouldn't be disappointed, but he could be in knowing the high standards he keeps himself at. Substitute now, Christopher Higgins is next. Cusack is maybe he went first, done his job and got his goal on, and he can concentrate now on saving the rest. Higgins. Long run up. A superb penalty into the bottom corner.
Yeah, good finish.
Next up for Newmarket, it's going to be their captain, Owen Hayes. Two from Michaels. Owen Hayes has this one to level it up. Hayes versus Walsh. It's a superb penalty. Hayes low into the corner. The keeper wasn't getting there, that one, Jerry.
No, he wasn't, but in fairness to Adrian Walsh, he's after guessing both of them right. The first two penalties. It was a good finish, though. Well struck.
Shane Ryan now up next for St. Michael's. Done well when he came into the game. Has an opportunity now to make a 3 from 3 for St. Michael's. And the keeper saves it. Superb save from Shane Cusack to deny Shane Ryan. Was probably at a comfortable height, Jerry, for the goalkeeper, but still has to guess right and keep it out.
Yeah, but he still has to go the right way, and got a good hand on it.
Gary Higgins now going up to take the next one. He has an opportunity to give Newmarket the lead here.
Many I've learned even from last week's penalty shootout is don't get too excited. There's plenty left in this.
Higgins. And he slots it away. 3 from 3 from Newmarket. They take the advantage. And it's going to be Ashley Kelleher next up for St. Michael's.
Good penalty, actually.
Very good penalty. Kelleher. Great penalty by Kelleher, low into the bottom corner. Gave the keeper no chance. Next up for Newmarket, looks like it's going to be Ronan McCormick. To try keep his side in the lead. Adrian Walsh, knowing that he needs to get a save for the side, has got close to a couple of them. McCormick, a good penalty by McCormick. Not a whole lot of pace, but it found the corner.
Good penalty, all right.
It's going to be Russell Cork now to take the 5th penalty for St. Michael's, knowing that he must score. So Cork must score to keep his side alive. Cork. That's a superb penalty. Absolutely superb. So it's very simple now. It's Stephen Kelly, is it?
Stephen Kelly,
Stephen Kelly has the opportunity here for Newmarket to win the FAI Junior Cup.
Very experienced player. Did really well when he come in.
Yeah. Adrian Walsh needs to save this. Referee just making him replace that ball on the spot. I was just about to say it looks a little bit far forward. It's Kelly versus Walsh. Kelly can win it with this penalty. And has Stephen Kelly with the last penalty. Newmarket Celtic are the 2023 FAI Junior Cup champions, winning on with a scoreline of 5-4 on penalties after a 1-1 draw during normal time. I suppose, Jerry, we couldn't really deny either of the teams, but agreed to win it.
Great win to win it. Delighted for Stephen, obviously delighted for Newmarket, the first time in it. Michaels were brilliant, great club, Michaels, and they'll be back again. No, there are a lot of young players on this, on the day. Just lost out,
Exactly.
Man of the match today, I think, to be fair, he won the penalty in the first half for Newmarket, and he was excellent in the second half, and he led them really well. His own Hayes, Newmarket Celtic. I think he was just excellent on the day, but it's unfortunate, it has to be a loser, and it's St. Michael's. They put up a great fight today, and actually, just missed out on the day, but all credit to Newmarket, and delighted for them as well.
No, exactly. Look, they'll be delighted, as you mentioned. Look, first time being here, winning it at the first time. It doesn't happen too often for teams winning it the first time out, but as you said, look, St. Michael's will be back. They've been here before. They know what it's like. They'll bounce back from this. That'll drive those lads on. And look, unfortunately, when it comes to penalties, someone has to lose. And today it's Newmarket's game, and they'll, I suppose, celebrate long into the night now. And sure, look,
they will, yeah. And look, I'll be rocking tonight, no doubt down there. But I'm delighted. It's a great club, Newmarket. As St. Michael's. It's great to see great clubs, that are really, really good, well-run grassroots clubs. Delighted for them. And you're right, Michael's will be back. A lot of young players there, and all those players will learn from their experience today, and they'll kick on. There's no doubt about it.
No, of course, and don't go anywhere yet. We'll hang around here. We'll be staying here for that live trophy presentation. But from myself, Adam Doyle, and from Jordy, it's great to obviously have you here. It was a pleasure to commentate. The very best of luck to, I suppose, your own amateur side. And I'm sure there'll be some players out there hoping that their names will be in those squads come the tournament time. So the very best of luck from ourselves, and hopefully you can go out there and maybe you can bring back a trophy as well.
Yeah, well, hopefully, Adam, we'll certainly be doing as much as possible. Look, it's great for grassroots football that we can bring some of these players out and performing on the European stage, representing our country. So look, we'll see what happens in the summer.
Exactly, it just goes to pro. You don't have to go, I suppose, to the professional leagues to get that opportunity to represent your country. And look, there's as you said, there's plenty of those players out there that have already been there, done that at that level, and they're I suppose the players within the clubs then that lads are looking up to, and they want to be like them. And it's superb to have that local player for the kids of the game, I suppose, to look up to. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it is. I mean, Owen Hayes will tell you. I mean, he's a school teacher down in Clare, but I mean, he goes in and shows his medals and his jersey and all this type of thing to the local kids, and a lot of them want to emulate him. you know, what he's achieved for his country and all this. And likewise, the lads in St. Michael's. You know, they've gone to the clubhouse in St. Michael's to see all the Ireland jerseys around it, from Shane Long's Ireland jersey to Jimmy Carr's to James Walsh and Paul Breen and all this, and Chris Higgins. So that's great for young kids to see and all, and they want to emulate that, you know, which is, that's what you want in football.
Exactly. Look, and thanks very much again for joining us here on commentary today. As I said, stick around for the trophy presentation, but from myself, Adam and Jerry, we'll say goodbye and we'll let you mop up the celebrations here, and thanks very much.
Thanks, Adam.
Don't you wanna be free like a waterfall, flowing on the riverside, places you don't have to hide. Sometimes you're alone, there's no one to turn to, feeling you'll be left outside, struggle with a heavy mind. Just breathe in life and light it up. Pray for those who lost it all. Yeah, you know we are one alliance. Why going back to nowhere? We played a game, we kind of lost it. We cannot change going under. The road leads back to nowhere. Don't you wanna be free like a waterfall, flowing on the riverside, places you don't have to hide. Someday you find love, somebody to run to, walking by the ocean side, meet you at the mountain night. Just breathe in life and light it up. Pray for those who lost it all. Yeah, you know we are one alliance. Why going back to nowhere? We played a game, we kind of lost it. We cannot change going under.
fight you. You don't wanna know if I feel alright. I don't wanna just forgive you, I just wanna be fine. I'll be waiting for a sign to light up, yeah. And your heart is out of sight. I just wanna feel mine. Hey you, I'm gonna be the one for another one. Hey you, maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I don't wanna see you, I don't wanna fear you tonight. You don't wanna know me, you just wanna make sure you're right. I'm gonna be the one for another one. Maybe then you'll know that I was never one. I'm gonna be the one for another one. I don't wanna feel you tonight. Got me. Got me. Can I feel you? Got me. Got me. Can I feel you? I don't wanna call you. I don't wanna know what you think. I'm the one you go to whenever you feel like you're about to sink. I don't wanna just forget you, but I wanna be fine. I'll be waiting for a sign to light up.
Assistants John Haney, Paul Shelley, and John Carson, all put the podium, please. Well done, all four. In any cup final, it takes two teams. I say we two very well match teams in your market and survival. There has to be winners and there has to be losers. And unfortunately, that's the priority this year. So the front of the room, so that's the right to screen team up the podium.
Up there, Chris. No?
No.
Is it in the front? The year was 1968. The two lads in there put their heads together and decided they were going to form a football team. That football team was Newmarket Celtic. Since 1968, they've come a hell of a long way. But they're famous. Ladies and gentlemen, now we please welcome the FAI Junior Champions 2022-2023 Newmarket Celtic.
Coming on as the team captain, man the match, and current junior national player, Owen Hayes, success the trophy. Kind words for us. I'll never forget it. Michael, the game was played in the honest manner, it was always underrated. And I mentioned all week, and it wasn't any time game granted, but the amount of respect I have for not just the club, but the way you conduct yourself, the top staff, that you were aspiring to do. Thankfully we're back here, or we're here today, lifting the cup, and that's something that we know all about, lads. So thanks very much for a great game. The next time for your officials, I think everyone will agree, they were absolutely brilliant. So thanks very much to the officials. The MC, as you can see, lads, Jackman Park is absolutely unbelievable. Thanks very much, lads. We appreciate everything. We're proud to come whether it's around here. I don't think anyone has any doubts looking out there now. Top staff to do. As you know, this community, the village, it's absolutely sensational. The supporters, the people, the businesses, the sponsors, the sports bar, for your supporters, just to name a few. But all week, that businesses are putting their hand in their pocket, supporting us, and I just want to say thanks very much to them. To our management team. To our management team. Steve Austin, one of the best coaches I've ever had. It's no surprise, lads, people talk about luck. I understand luck makes things play with penalties, but it's not luck that we got to this final. That's the old because of the work that he's done on the pitch. But thanks very much, Steve. Joanna O'Brien was my best friend. Unfortunately, due to injury, he couldn't be on the pitch. Testament to the man, he didn't walk away. He stood in when we needed him the most, when most people would have said this team was dead very last year. He said no, and he's here today, so thanks very much, John. Joanne Francis, Sammy. He comes in for a lot of big guys, but I'm telling you now, he absolutely loves this club. There is no one, and I'm looking out here, there is no one that loves this club as much as him. So thanks very much. So our manager, Manny Purcell. When Paddy joined us as a player after finishing a long League of Ireland career, we thought we won the lotto. Not because of and we didn't realise how much he had, not just as a player, but everything that he's added. That man has been through an awful lot in the last year with the passing of his dad. He could have said he was going to take the year out, but that Paddy is a true testament to the man, and he's looking down on Paddy today with immense pride. My final word is for everyone behind me here, all the players. You no idea the heartbreak that we suffered last year. Losing in sport can often be a character building experience. But look at the character building behind you here. This is one of the greatest group of people I've ever been involved in. And the reason why we are bringing the FAI Junior Cup back to the market is coming on! Finally, let's go up with them against finals. And I think for the two committed to the idea for the extra job they did, they put the ground and the scope of the FAI. Play for them, everyone.